up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause I'm there for you too.
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I just know we found something so wild from the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground from your sanctuary.
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no swear.
I am struggling extremely with mental health issues, and I am trying to do that whilst being FTFE, and unfortunately, talking to flat earthers is quite painful.
All right, thank you, Craig.
Riverside, wait for me, I'll be coming home.
Law. Nowhere in nature or in a controlled environment can we ever produce a volume outside of containment.
What's that?
Has gas been seen or
what's that, brother?
Gravy make a splash like Pippin. Shit, that's nothing. Splash.
Esta es una historia triste la que le voy a contar. Una historia triste la que le voy a contar.
Chicken, banana, chicken, banana, chicken, banana, banana, banana.
I remember when I lost my mind. Yeah.
All right. What's up? Look at all these people. Look, here's D-Man here already with us too, man.
What's happening? No driving today, baby. Sitting down.
All right.
Driving the easy chair.
We got, look at here, Brad and Tasha in here, pounding on the keyboard in here today. Look at that shit. We got Edwin Johnson, Flat Earth Blues. Eldon Beans here. He likes that fart girl. I think he's got a crush on that. He's got screen captures he's kept up with. Right at that, you can't stop it and put that right at that moment of flatulence, you know.
Got it on a screen outside playing it for the neighborhood to see as with Christmas lights around it.
That'd be, oh my God. See what the HOA says about that, right? Yeah, fuck them, right? Saddlebum's here too. We got Two Sis. Who else we got? Flat Earth Blues. Kim Ray D. Wake Now. A lot of new people. Slick Rick is here. Slick Rick 357. Edwin Johnson here. Mr. Tahiti. Who else we got going on?
Two Sis. X-Blade.
Two Sis. X-Blade's here.
KK Westbury.
Joseph Osborne. See, when they run the name all together, it's hard to see what the Fallen Slaves Us All I see is in here too. All right. Well, we got a lot of cool people. Let's see if we got anybody over here. Nobody in the Rumble side, unfortunately. But it says we got viewers. Just nobody in the chat. So whatever. If you are not subscribed to my Rumble, please subscribe to the Rumble. I'm going to start doing some exclusive shit over there. Just exclusive, not even start over here. Just boom, go on over there. And get into some more stuff that we're not allowed to get into here. We called the thing today the Decline of Semitism, because if they say that there's an increase in anti-Semitism,
that means it's the opposite.
it means that there's a decline of Semitism.
Yes.
It would have to, because if one's going up, the other has to be going down. Does that mean that the spell is wearing off? Geez, I hope so. I think it is. It certainly appears that way.
There's lots of stuff going on too.
Oh my God, yeah.
Did you see that shooting in Australia?
Yeah, the Bondi Beach.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be pronounced? And it was oh yeah, I got some shit on that. Listen, they're making themselves look worse and worse all the time. And unfortunately, it's due to the actions of a country. But they have so much allegiance to this fucking country. Even when they live in another country, they're, you know, like they live here in the United States, but they got more allegiance to Israel than they do to here. And so they'll do shit on the behest of Israel at the peril of the United States. You know, so we got to stop this shit. And I think it's happening. I really do. But first, I found something really kind of cool. Let me see. I just ran across this right before I came on. And this is kind of interesting. It's about your nose.
All right. So your nose, it's not just for smelling candles and judging people's hygiene. It is actually a remote control for your nervous system. Blew my mind, learned about this a little while back, and I want to share it with you because it's been super, super helpful for me. So here's how it works. Each nostril connects to a different side of your brain, and your brain controls your entire mood, focus, energy, everything. Your left nostril connects to your right brain, which is the side that processes emotion, intuition, calm. So when you breathe through your left nostril only, you're going to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest mode. Your heart rate's going to slow, cortisol is going to drop, and you're going to stop planning hypothetical arguments with people from 2009. Now, on the flip side, your right nostril connects to your left brain, which is logic, focus, action. You breathe through your right nostril only, and boom, you're going to wake up the sympathetic nervous system, aka get stuff done mode. Your heart rate's going to go up, blood flow is going to increase to your muscles, and your brain's going to finally remember how to do your taxes. And what's wild, this is called nasal cycle modulation. Our bodies are actually switching nostril dominance every few hours to keep us balanced. But here's the thing. We can override that manually with our thumbs. It's like a medieval brain hack. So yeah, you got a built-in mood switch on your face. No app, no supplements, just vibes and anatomy. So save this for the next time your nervous system feels like dial-up internet.
Okay, so let me work this out. Craig was picking his left nostril.
I was just going there. I was just going there.
Law. Nowhere in nature or in a controlled environment can we ever produce a volume outside of containment.
What's that?
Has gas been seen or
what's that, brother?
He was transferring from his left nostril to his right nostril. I think he was trying to get a balance going there.
Sympathetically.
Maybe that's why he cried on that other one. He'd been picking it.
I feel bad for him because he was actually telling him he was struggling because of flat earthers, and he was like, "Okay, great, thanks, Craig."
Well, thanks, Craig. Yeah, and he's over there having a nervous breakdown.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot. Let's move on.
Well, shall we go to super chats? What the fuck? What? No shit. That was kind of cruel. But I don't care. He's an asshole. He is. He's an asshole. And not that I think it's hilarious what he did, that he, would go try to call the sheriff over here in my county and shit like that. And of course, nothing is ever going to come of that. But the whole intent behind it is what I look at. And I'm like, that's a sick fucker right there, man.
It's kind of childlike.
It's like a woman who's pissed off at you.
Yeah.
You remember that bitch in what was that movie where Fatal Attraction? Remember that bitch got all weird on him and shit, and boiled a rabbit on the stove and shit, the kid's pet rabbit.
Crazy.
That's the kind of shit you got going on with that Craig and Toon and those two, man. They're like exactly like that. That type.
Like a crazy woman.
This guy's ready for war right here.
Do not be alarmed at this mass shooting in Australia. That was a false flag pushed by the Zionists. So it was about 1 year ago. Some of you may already know this. There was 3 CIA whistleblowers that blew the whistle and said this attack was going to happen in the month of December, and now it has. And they also said we are going to see many more 9/11 style terrorist attacks around the world, including the United States of America. So get ready. Thank God we have weapons. They were cowards over in Australia and gave their weapons willingly to the government, and now they are paying the ultimate price. They are just sheep running around and no way to defend themselves. So good on you to all those cowardly men out there who just gave up their firearms. Now, here in the U.S., we have guns, and we need to hold on for dear life to these guns. So if you are a man, then it is your job and your duty to stand up for the women and children in your community and fight on the front lines, because it's going to come here. You watch in this next month, right here in December, the closer it gets to Christmas, we're going to see more attacks similar to what happened in Australia. And that 100% was a false flag attack. It was already predicted nearly a year ago. And also, their goal, the Zionist goal, is to push a civil war on us. That's what they want. They want chaos everywhere. They want everyone divided, because a house divided against itself cannot stand, right? This is what the Bible tells us. So the Zionists continue to push this propaganda in our faces, and they're not going to stop until they have their one world government.
What happened?
Well, they cut that video quick.
Set up. So we need to be vigilant and just stay hyper aware out there, you guys, and know what's going on.
Sorry, you muted.
He probably figured it was already all done, so let it play out.
I watched that one where the guy grabbed him.
Do not be alarmed at this.
That what?
I watched that one where the guy grabbed him and pulled the shotgun out of his hand and didn't shoot him. I was like, why? Shoot him in the leg so he can't run. What do you
That
do?
was
Beat him
and
with it.
that guy was a Muslim too. The guy that
Beat him with the
attacked-
thing. What are you doing? Why are you letting him run off?
Well, didn't he take the gun and start shooting at the fucking shooter?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see him shooting at him at all. He let the guy scamper away. And I was like, what are you doing? Smash him in the head with it. What are you doing,
Right.
you wuss?
I don't know, man. Well, we did have this Brown University thing, but that's really weird because they got cameras with facial recognition and everything,
Oh, yeah.
and they don't have any video surveillance footage of this fucking shooter or the shooting or nothing else.
Oh, well, didn't you know, Saab, the cameras were just, but the cameras were down for maintenance at them at the time, you know?
Is that really what they're saying, or is that
No,
just...
but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me that they come
'Cause
up
it's
with some
hard-
kind of crap.
it's
They
hard to
did the
keep
same
up.
thing with Epstein, you know?
Yep. Oh, the camera was broke.
Oh,
Okay,
we
you got
didn't
like
know.
the biggest high-profile fucking prisoner you've had in a long time, and you got the
Everybody watching him fell asleep.
yeah. And they fit the stereotype of a correction officer too.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
It's like, ugh.
Yeah. Listen, he didn't get killed. He got taken out of there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. People like to say, well, he went in there. Somebody went in there and killed him. No, they didn't. He got out. Okay. That's all. They removed him from there, and he's probably living in fucking Tel Aviv right now.
He was worth a lot more alive than dead.
Yep,
I'm sure he had kill switches all over the world.
Yep. So he's nothing going to have nothing. These people, you just got to understand. And then now you got the Rob Reiner.
Yeah, I saw that. His crazy son.
Yeah, and Trump put out that Truth Social.
Yeah, it was kind of not good.
Yeah, it was really distasteful, I would say. Probably even, especially for a president,
Yeah.
But he's very boorish. You know what I'm saying? He's an obnoxious person, and he's really stupid. He's somebody who's never been told no. You understand? He's never had to do anything himself at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that coin toss he did at the Army Navy game. I mean, he looked like a Make-A-Wish kid or some shit, or like when they'll let the retarded kid come out there and do something. And he took that coin and he just goes choop and throws it up in the air. It doesn't even flip or nothing. It just goes up in the air and lands on the fucking field.
Put
And
it
then he points
on, put it
at
on the cusp of your finger and flip it up with your thumb so it flips around. He's never tossed a coin in his life.
No. When he went to go get in that garbage truck,
he was like, "Where's the door here? How do I get in this?"
I know, right? What a fucking retard. But he ain't never had to do nothing. See? And he's just used to being the big fucking cheese, and whatever he says goes,
I've never ever seen a picture of him behind the wheel driving a car.
No.
Ever.
No.
Ever. Not one.
I bet you he's too horrible. I bet you he's too stupid to drive. Because listen, he's not really smart. Yeah, you saw that thing I played yesterday. The guy that used to work in the first Trump administration. He worked in, I'm thinking Department of Homeland Security or some shit like that. And Trump called their office and shit, and they were all on speakerphone, and he was wanting to know, what would be involved with building a moat at the border. and putting alligators and fucking snakes in it. Yeah. Like sharks with freaking lasers. I mean, he's already got his alligator Alcatraz, but he'd called up and wanting to do that shit. And it's like, what? Snakes and alligators. And isn't there a river that runs along that border? It's called the Rio Grande, right?
Yep.
Huh. Isn't that kind of like what a moat is? It's like a dugout area full of water.
We're gonna make the Rio Grande the greatest river ever.
The Rio Bigley. They're gonna rename it. The Rio Greatest. You fucking asshole. I swear to God. He's an embarrassment. He really is.
Well,
what is it?
Started off good. It started off okay, but it's ending badly.
Well, I knew he was full of shit as a Christmas goose as soon as after he got elected that last time, and he started, we don't want to lock him up, They're good people, leave them alone.
I knew it was coming.
I was like, okay, this motherfucker. And then I saw him sucking Israel dick, and I was like, this motherfucker's all about Israel. And people were like, no, he's trying to help make America great, and Israel has a hard time and shit. And that was when the fucking Jew spell was really heavy duty on everybody.
Yeah.
But it has broke away. There's Crip Rick has shown up here tonight too.
As soon as he started humping the wall, I was like, "Up, here we go."
Yep.
Here we go.
Here we go again. How does this little shithole nation, little shithole country, exude so much fucking power and influence? And it's like shit with Bondi Beach. If we don't get our way, we're gonna wreak havoc through our network of Jews around the world.
Yeah, we'll find the retards and we'll have them do it for us, so there's no connection to us. That's all.
Yeah,
that's how to do it.
But I mean, this one's got IDF. It's got Israel written all over it. This Bondi Beach, and I bet you this fucking Brown one does too, if it even really happened.
Do you think that has anything to do? Do you think there's a mad connection, not only with us? Because I mean, it's pretty obvious to most people that this country's kind of got an alliance, a pretty special alliance with them. England does too. Do you think?
Well, England created them. They're kind of an extension of England, really. People don't really realize that. Look at how it came about. And even the Mustache Man was talking about that when he was in. He said, this place is Palestinians are being run through Great Britain by Jews. This was, they were infiltrating and taking land and shit like that. He was talking about that then. That it was through England. Where did they get that? How did they get Israel? How did that come about? The Balfour Declaration.
Right. 1917.
And who was that? It was Great Britain. The Prime Minister Balfour of Great Britain gave fucking Israel to Lord Rothschild.
I just did a little search in it. It says that it's supporting its creation, included United States, Soviet Union, China, France, Canada, Norway, Argentina, Cuba, Ukraine, SSR, and New Zealand, playing U.S. and U.K. playing crucial roles. Balfour Declaration, while the U.S. remains Israel's closest ally. Broadened over time with Arab nations like the UAE, Bahrain, Morocco, and Jordan.
Yeah, they installed crypto Jews in their seats of power there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's all part of this Greater Israel project. You'll see. This is what they're going for. And I don't think it's going to come to fruition. They got too greedy too fast. They tried the same thing with the 6 Days War, and the U.S. didn't get involved. They tried that. This time they went through with it, and they've been doing a lot of these missile attacks and everything. Those are done with the help of U.S. personnel, U.S. military personnel. So anybody that thinks that whenever they're bombing Iran or whoever it is, Syria, Libya, whoever,
all their neighbors.
yeah, anybody around it, you're safe. You could just throw a dartboard, and chances are they're bombing that country. You know what I'm saying? Just throw a dart at the map in the Middle East, and boom, chances are Israel is bombing those people, and they want to get us involved. And look at the way they're doing it. They're like, if you don't go by what we tell you to do, then you're gonna be sorry for it. You can mark our words for. I mean, just pretty much threatening. And then boom, what happens? Australia recognizes the idea of a two-state solution. They recognize Palestine as an independent state. Israel said that's anti-Semitic and you better walk that back. Well, they didn't. And he said, well, if you don't walk that back, something terrible is going to happen.
And boom.
Yeah. Oh, look, see what your anti-Semitism did?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? How is it anti-Semitic to say, I don't like the idea of you carte blanche bombing women and children and you know, committing atrocities? What the fuck? Oh, it's anti-Semitic for you to not go along with that. What in the fuck are you talking about? Look, you stop. That anti-Semitic shit is not working anymore. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares about that. We care about what the fuck you're doing, not the shit you're talking. Talk shit all day.
And you
but
motherfuckers
your actions
doing that are
speak
making
louder.
it worse on Jews, because the more you start screaming anti-Semitism, the more anti-Semites you create.
Yep.
People are sick of hearing you fucking whine. You're sick of your sneaky bullshit that you pull. You know, that's 109. There's that number. You came by and honest. And about the only fucking thing you have come by honest.
That video you had that was playing the was playing the thing in the back while it was scrolling it up like it was Star Wars was great.
Dun, 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 dun.
Scrolling all the countries.
They're horrible.
Why is it that every single time someone exposes the money trail, a random tragedy suddenly drops out of the sky? Because that's what just happened at Brown University. It's not random, it's patterned. 2 days before the shooting, Brown published a report showing the U.S. spent over $33 billion on Israel in 2 years. Then suddenly, a campus with 800 plus cameras can't produce one clear shooter angle. The only footage released hides the face. The person of interest gets instantly released. The shooter is still unknown. And the story is already shifting every few hours. And the victims, a Christian conservative student and an 18-year-old future neurosurgeon, people who represented future influence. Ask yourself, why do the smartest campuses always become the quiet battlegrounds for narrative control? Look at the timing from the Bondi Beach shooting. Exactly 10 hours and 42 minutes separates the two attacks. Look at the angles. Look at the silence. Providence police literally said, we shared what we have. How do you have 800 plus cameras and that's all you have? Brown is literally one of the most surveilled campuses in America. This wasn't incompetence, it was choreography. Look, when a system wants confusion, it gives you noise. When it wants obedience, it gives you fear. Comment, scroll, and anchor your scroll scan. Your field needs clarity, not chaos. Look, here's the pattern most people miss. When money, power, and perception collide, universities become narrative laboratories. They misplace footage, they contradict themselves, they release statements that cancel themselves out, and they hope the public scrolls on before the timeline stabilizes. But the field always reveals where the real pressure points are. What if this event wasn't about the shooter, but about what Brown exposed before it happened? Look, there's a reason all of this feels off, and it's not because you're paranoid. It's because your field is picking up the distortion. Comment, scroll if you want the unfiltered map.
Thanks for the video, Pat.
No shit, right? I was
holy God. Jesus. It's ma'am.
My name is really Penelope, but you can call me Chuck.
Yeah.
I go by Chuck on campus.
It's ma'am.
Whatever happened to that dude?
I don't know.
We've had our own experience with those. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta have the shoe and the donut.
Gotta have the shoe and the donut. Always gotta have the shoe and the donut.
I always have I always keep one on me. People say, why you carry an extra shoe? I'd say, well, you never know.
You never know. You never know. This is pretty good. I like this.
And this just in, you can go fuck yourself.
Thank you, ma'am.
It's always something entertaining on here. If it's not that, it's going to be, you know, maybe here's one for Eldon.
I remember when I lost my mind.
That is hot.
Internet famous.
That is hot.
All over the place. She's lots of views.
Who we got going on? A Bren dude. Somebody said.
Brad Tasha said, I really hate that.
I know, I've seen that. You don't like that girl farting in the microphone? What's wrong with you? That's un-American. That's un-American. We got dancing girls, everything on here, man. We got cute little babies.
Agree.
You know, and public service messages like
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
see, where are you gonna get... We got it all, baby.
No expense spared.
I'm trying to get that last one there for Chad's candy shop strip bar.
Oof.
Well, there's a little bit of a problem. She won't wear a thong, and you know, come on. We gotta have that.
There might be problems getting it into the country.
Yeah. Then she puts my shitty mic right back up to her mouth. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying right there. And then the next person's going to have to use it. Karaoke night at the meth bar. Right on.
Like, oh, woof.
Karaoke night at the trap house. That's what was going on. Whoops.
Is it anti-Semitic to point a finger at the one settler colonial state that benefits from anti-Semitism that justifies its existence on the proliferation of global anti-Semitism?
That is a dangerous question to be asking, my friend. That's, I would say, the kind of question that can get you taken off the internet for asking, which makes it all the more important to ask it. Now, earlier this year, CBS News, before it was taken over by the Ellisons and Barry Weiss, reported that the Australian police were saying that these string of seemingly anti-Semitic terrorist incidents were really a, quote, con job to sow chaos. They say that authorities in January made the unusual claim that none of the 12 they had arrested in relation to the spate of crimes in Australia's largest cities, Sydney and Melbourne, were driven by anti-Semitic ideology and were instead criminals for hire. And who could perhaps be hiring these guys? This is an article from The Guardian from 2017, and they reported that an Israeli teenager was charged with making more than 2,000 hoax bomb threats to schools, Jewish centers, hospitals, and airlines in 5 different countries, alleged to have been behind 591 bomb threats against schools in Australia, Victoria police have confirmed. The 18-year-old is alleged to have robocalled schools in Victoria, Queensland, New South Wales, and the Australian Capital Territory in January of 2016. This is real, undisputed reporting that Israelis are maybe potentially pulling a little bit of a Jussie Smollett, if I may. The BBC also reported earlier this year that Australia's federal police have said that they are investigating whether overseas actors or individuals are paying local criminals to carry out anti-Semitic crimes in the country. And they say that there has been a spate of such incidents in recent months, the latest of which saw a childcare center in Sydney set alight and sprayed with anti-Jewish graffiti. Luckily, no one was injured in that particular incident.
Oh, it's all rumor. They're our greatest ally.
I know. See,
we'd never do such a thing.
Yeah.
Even though I have continuously been seeing late night commercials from the Christian Broadcasting Network.
Oh no.
Endless. Last night it was like 4 of them. And every time it stopped, it played the same one twice, then it played a different one twice. And I was like, holy crap.
Was it all shilling for Israel?
Oh, 100%. All
God
right.
damn.
You know,
See.
Israel wants peace, but Hamas just
Oh,
still
yeah.
wants war. I keep seeing that for twice in a row last night.
Yep. I've
They
seen that.
can't say this. So
See, that's how you know they're fucking losing.
yeah.
I mean, their false flags get called out right away. They can't even pull those no more. You know, right off the bat.
The Charlie Kirk
Bondi
stuff.
Beach, it's only been fucking 2 days, man.
That's our people.
They've already got that blowed out of the water.
Yeah.
You know?
The Charlie Kirk stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That right there, that's a joke. I watched the Candace Owens thing, and I guess according to Candace, the Erica conceded to the lies that had been told by people at TPUSA. So
whenever I hear the word TP, I don't know.
I know, I do too.
Shit paper USA.
I think of Cornholio.
TP for my
right.
bunghole.
He's got his little shirt up on him going, I am great Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole.
He gets the prison to go into a riot because they all want toilet paper. We all want TP.
That fucking show, I remember, man, years back when that was on, we would sit there fucking stoned watching Beavis and Butthead, laughing our asses off because I knew Beavis and Butthead. You know what I'm saying? I knew those two kids when I was a kid, you know, and they were always the ones that were doing the stupidest shit and getting in trouble for it, you know. And that show would crack me up. That Mr. Anderson, you know, Mr. Anderson was a prototype for Hank Hill.
Yeah, because he has the same voice, but
yeah, it's the same. Well, yeah, that's Mike Judge. That's his voice. He does the voice of Butthead too. But it's like, ain't you the same two boys that was whacking in my tool shed?
Yeah.
I sell propane and propane accessories. Boy, golly, I'll tell you. So this is crazy. Remember that kid that flew his plane into Antarctica?
Yeah, what's he in jail now?
Well, that's the thing. Nobody knows where the fuck he's at. Listen to this.
Okay, so it's been months and there's still no word about Ethan Guo, the 19-year-old who took his Cessna, landed in Antarctica without permission, and the Chilean authorities detained him for over 90 days. Then they made him pay $30,000 to get released, but they ended up keeping his plane and made him leave by ship to go back to Chile, and now nobody's heard from him. Okay, if y'all don't remember the details, let me run it back real quick. Ethan, 19-year-old pilot, very young pilot, builds a great social media following because he wants to go to all 7 continents. Already hits about 60 countries because this man is trying to raise money for research because his cousin had Hodgkin's lymphoma, right? Ends up getting to Chile, supposed to go across Punta Arenas, ends up getting the permit for that, but he says he has a plane malfunction, ends up landing at a base, a Chilean base in Antarctica. Because I don't know if you guys know, there's over 30 countries with bases in Antarctica, even though you're not allowed to go there. Yeah, you could take a tour, but you can't just decide, oh, I'm gonna go to Antarctica. That's not how it works over there. And the reason that's why is because they're hiding something, but we'll get there in a second. Anyways, ends up landing there, and the Chilean authorities come out and they're like, what are you doing here? You have no business here. And he's like, no, I told y'all I had an issue with my plane and y'all said I could land here. They were like, nope, you're getting detained. And then after they detained him, they say he lost all this weight. Mind you, Mans was already slim, lost all this weight. He was pretty much being, interrogated for like why he was there. I guess they thought that he had something else going on and he was off, but ended up having to donate over $30,000 in order to leave. They kept his plane. They said that they were taking him back to Chile on a ship to where he could leave. Never heard of him since. This man has a social media following, grew a big following, and yet he has not posted since before he was detained. So a lot of people are trying to figure out, what did he see when he got there? Why did they detain him? What did he experience that made him lose so much weight? And on top of that, if he was released, why hasn't he posted? Whether or not they kept his plane, what is it that he saw, and why hasn't he been able to come out and just keep up with his social media to at least inform his followers of his entire experience? Or even if he would say, oh, I can't talk about it, but hey guys, I'm back. Nothing, not a word whatsoever. Now back to the mysteries of Antarctica, because there are so many theories when it comes to hollow earth, Rupert Sneaker, more land, gateways, hidden civilizations, down to the doppelgangers. I don't know what's what, but what I can tell you is these countries are always in a power struggle. They are never in agreement. They're willing to go to war, but when it comes to Antarctica, there's over 30 bases that share that one space. They're willing to keep out the general population because of whatever's going on up there, it's worth them agreeing on it. And I don't know what it is, but I know it's something that's being hidden from us. So what do y'all think is going on? And what do y'all think happened to Ethan Guo? Where is he? Let me know if you've been keeping up with this. Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you don't know what I'm talking about, save this video, go look into it, come back, let me know what you think. Per usual, this is all alleged. I cannot confirm or deny anything. I do not want to misinform you. I absolutely encourage you to do your research, but whatever else I find out, I will be back. So make sure you like, follow, stay for some more.
Boy, what do you think? They were like, oh, shit, he's seeing things. Hurry, let's steal everything he's got. Let's make him pay to get out of here, too, on top of it. And let's starve him.
Starve him. We'll steal his airplane.
Yeah, nice people.
Well, they're trying to send a message, too, though.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, that is a good question, because, like, what did he... You'd figure he'd be getting interviewed by people, like, what happened and shit like that.
Yeah, disappears.
I'd like to find him, bring him on the show one night. That would be pretty cool.
Why steal his plane? Let him get back in the plane and go that way. What's the big deal? He's seen some things. That's why.
He probably did.
Yeah.
He probably did. We're probably not getting the full story about it either.
Ooh.
Harmon's new snowblower. Oh my God. It's got a recliner on it. I'll have to show that. Remind me too here in a little bit. Man. You got to see, this is the kind of shit they're teaching the kids too. This is the way they're trying to get this implemented on. They're combating anti-Semitism. Listen to this shit.
Israel, their people, the Jews, are better than all of us. They're better than all of us. And you need to accept that. This is where, with the kids, where we start our indoctrination. I know that's a strong word to use, indoctrination, that it, it gets such a bad reputation, but that's where it starts. That's where it started with me when I was a child, that I was taught about the support that the church owes to Israel.
So all your loose change that you have from home, you bring that change to school. Everything that we get, we will actually cash it in and make a check out to the Fellowship for Christians and Jews.
And anybody that's ever been to our church would know there's a spiritual obligation of a Christian to Israel.
God gave a promise in Genesis chapter 12, and I'm going to bless all of those that bless you, and I'm going to curse all of them that curse you.
See, that's the nonsense right there.
Every nation that has blessed Israel, God has blessed them. And every nation that has opposed Israel, God has been in opposition to them. And I'm going to stand up for Israel. And if that offends you, you're in the wrong church this morning.
Boy, you think he was one of the guys that they sent over there? The
100,000.
100,000. Oh, Jesus. So basically, they're going to try to influence. They're going to politically influence people in church. That's great. That's why I say all their tax exemption status go right out the window. Anybody that went to that and they go back to their church, the next day your tax exemption would be gone. I'd be like, yep, bye. Off. There you go.
That was completely political. 100%.
Those people don't like anybody that ain't them. Why are you going over there and having them talk to you that way politically? So to go and influence people through your church, through the pulpit, as they say.
This is how critical this shit is to these fucking people. Okay. So this guy that Trump picked for combating anti-Semitism, right? Rabbi Yehuda Kaplan. And he said that the State Department will have a whole division to combat anti-Semitism, including altering social media algorithms with the help of tech leaders. Yeah, that's going to end well.
Yeah.
The president is sending a very strong message. Think about it. Ironically, I get off a plane. I am the president's representative, and I am walking off with a yarmulke, and I have kosher food, and embassies will have kosher food.
I'm going to push my Jew shit right in your face at every chance I get.
It is a game changer. The appointment is a game changer. And it's not about history. It's about education. And how do we educate? Indonesia has 350 million Muslims living in the country. How do we change their textbooks? How do we hold the people in Gaza accountable that if America is paying for UN textbooks and supposedly the changes are made, why are those textbooks not being used, and why are they using their old textbooks? We have to teach people it's not okay to educate your kids to be a martyr. Okay? And we have to hold those countries accountable. How do we battle anti-Semitism on the internet? How are we doing better on algorithms? What companies can we work with? We are going to have a whole division within the office of the Special Envoy to combat anti-Semitism that is going to work on technology and working with the greatest leaders in technology, many of whom are Jewish and have offered their assistance. The office is going to be revamped entirely to be one of the highest profile offices in the State Department, because that's what the secretary wants and that's what the president wants. So we are going to have a very, very strong mandate on education, on protecting people, and how are we able to make a huge difference in combating what goes on.
See, how are you gonna? Here's the thing. If there's not anything to it, then it won't get any traction. You dig? So if what people are noticing is nothing more than what you say is some kind of hatred or whatever, it's not. Yes, we hate the behavior that you're exhibiting. That's okay, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
All right. So if you have to defend the bullshit that you're doing through censorship, then what you're doing is wrong. I mean, it's that simple, man.
If I have to pay you to talk good about me, I'm obviously not a good person. Same thing would be if somebody said, "Listen, I'll pay you to talk about this guy in a positive light, even though he's a dirtbag. I'll pay you to do it." Would that change your opinion because you got paid for it? No, you would get paid for it, and you would do it and say that guy's a scumbag. So I don't understand their mentality, thinking, "Okay, well, let's bring all these pastors in, and then we'll have them talk us up."
Well, see, this is the thing too, and it's a carefully molded social structure. Okay. Just like the teacher is to the children in a classroom, so is the pastor of a church to the congregation. You understand?
Yeah.
So they are seen, even though they don't really have any kind of fucking authority, they're seen as an authoritative figure.
Yeah, because he's a man of God.
Right. And most of those people that go to church, the only time they ever read the Bible is when the motherfucker up there tells them to turn to such and such a page and to look at such and such a verse.
Yeah.
Outside of that, they don't never look at that fucking thing. It's on Sunday and whatever he tells them. So if he says that means that you have to bless Israel, well, there it is. It's in the Bible, and he's the fucking preacher, and he's the preacher of this church. So he's this authoritative figure, he would know. So I'm going along with that. See, it's not until you take people and say, look, this is where, let's first look at something here. Okay. That was given to Abraham, right? Abraham wasn't a Jew. Okay. So you got to get off of this idea that when he's talking about a person, Israel. They're not talking about a country that was formed in 1948. That's stupid. And this is, unfortunately, a lot of Christians are really just fucking dumb sheep. They really are. They're too dumb to recognize the wolf that's disguising himself as one of them. He's standing right in front of you telling you wrong shit. I don't know. We've gone over this a bunch of times here of how they are not the chosen people. There's no chosen people.
Did they
Nowhere.
hijack? Did they hijack it? Is that because that's the kind of feeling I got?
Yeah.
That it's basically they just hijacked people that disappeared.
Yeah. And they it was clever. The Schofield guy. You look into that, and the Rothschilds paid this motherfucker to interpret these verses with Zionist themes. And that's where this all comes from. And then because it was put out by the Oxford Press.
Didn't he write a book before that about Satanism?
Oh, I don't know. I know he was a hell of a fucking not a good guy at all. He was kind of a deadbeat, really. He left his wife and abandoned his wife and his kid and shit. Yeah, he wasn't a good man at all. Oops.
It was Schofield, Cyrus Schofield.
Yeah. You look into that guy, and he was not a good man, not at all. Kind of like I would say he was kind of a hanger-oner, but kind of like how these evangelists go around and preach from town to town and shit. He was one of those, he was with one of them troops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Highly, and that's the thing. You take these people and they don't know any better. And with that kind of mind conditioning that I just illustrated with, okay, that's the preacher and he's the leader of this congregation and he knows the Bible better than anybody else in here. Well, that's not necessarily true at all. He might not ever looked at anything other than a few select verses that he uses in his sermons. He doesn't really necessarily know what's going on, and especially if he's gone by that interpretation. Well, that's patently wrong and can be shown to be wrong. But they don't want you knowing that. They want you believing that. And that's how they do it. Oh, so you're not going to bless Israel. You're not going to go along with the Israel agenda. Well, God's going to punish you, and then they'll pull some fucking shit. That's what they do every time.
Yeah. So it's the Schofield that made that popular. The basically the book that made Zionists of America's evangelical Christians.
Yep. And they're found like primarily through what they call the Bible Belt.
Says he's a Calvinist.
Yep. Which is what Presbyterians are kind of Calvinistic. And that's what Woodrow Wilson's dad was, this like rock star Presbyterian preacher. he was making in the town of Stanton, in the city of Stanton, here in Virginia, they were giving him $1,000 a year salary as a preacher. That was a lot of fucking money, right?
A lot of money back then.
So he went on this like circuit and he preached around at some different places and shit because he was supposedly really good. And he was there in Augusta, Georgia, and they said, we want you to come and be the preacher here at our church. And they gave him $3,000 a year, which was fucking unheard of. This was like back during the times of slavery, before the Civil War, actually. So that was a lot of fucking money. It'd be like making like $1.5 million or maybe $500,000 a year now. Come on, man. Plus that collection plate, baby. Tips included, tax free too.
And just in case you missed it, check this out.
The Stop Anti-Semitism group has announced they will be targeting those who criticize Israel and actively try to ruin your life. This is the founder of that group, which is the biggest pro-Israel group in the world. While talking about the Australia attack, she now says that the group will do everything in its power to ruin your life online. Google will follow you for the rest of your life. When you look for a job, when you look for a spouse, when you look for a nanny, when you look for anything, our work will always be documented. Basically, all the work and evidence they compile on you will always be documented whenever you do anything. If you're on a dating website trying to find a girlfriend, they're going to try to stop you. They're going to actively try to ruin all of our lives. She went on then to say this: anti-Semites learn sometimes for the very first time in their lives and history that targeting them will come at a price. Remember, this group classifies being anti-Israel as anti-Semitic. This billion-dollar foundation is now making its sole mission to ruining us.
If you're not following Amy Dangerfield over at Rift TV, check this clip out.
The horror of anti-Semitism has been unleashed in Australia.
The government did nothing to stop the spread of anti-Semitism in Australia. And the result is the horrific attacks on Jews we saw today.
Australia, the country that I was born in, just experienced what is being called a major terrorist attack on Bondi Beach. The official narrative is that this was carried out by 2 Islamic extremists. But over the last 24 hours, a very large portion of the internet has been calling this something else entirely.
False flag. False flag. Was this a false flag attack?
Because when you actually look at the details, the official story does not sit cleanly with the evidence that we have so far. There are far too many inconsistencies to ignore. And we're talking about everything from delayed police response time.
20 minutes was 4 policemen there. Nobody gave fire back.
Google search trends spiking out of Tel Aviv days before the attack.
It's almost like it was planned, right?
And a so-called random victim who just so happens to be a high-level Zionist strategist, ranked among the top 50 in the world, actually.
And my only concern was where's my kids, where's my wife?
And then he comes on camera, he's the first on camera, they've got him all bandaged up. That's strange, though. Nurses or someone would generally wipe some of the blood off your face first, not just actually have it all smeared all over your face for drama.
Who also survived October 7 and moved to Australia just weeks ago to combat anti-Semitism. In his own bio, he describes himself as a Zionist strategist. So the obvious question then becomes, what exactly have they been strategizing? Now, predictably, the usual fluoride brain suspects have already emerged, come out of the woodworks to inform us that even asking these questions is stupid and hateful and demonic and just unhinged. But here's what's actually stupid from my perspective: shutting down a theory before you have even examined the information. So that is what we are going to be doing today.
Again, spiking searches out of Tel Aviv.
Yep.
It didn't even last a day. This whole fucking thing didn't even last a day.
Nope. Same thing happened with that X thing when they were checking. People were typing in U.S. government websites, and they were all coming back to Israel on X. And then they immediately, soon as somebody popped a video out showing people the outcomes, X scrubbed all the videos that were out. And they went and took that whole, off so that you couldn't search all the U.S. Governmental agencies. So that way. And I was like, you fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Clear as
day.
day.
That's always in the details, you know? Yeah. And they overlook this little detail. And so oh, shit. And then as soon as you find it, then they go back. They did that during the final experiment. And I ran across those pictures the other day where I screenshotted that, because remember they supposedly had that tracker and it showed where they were at in Antarctica. And when I zoomed out and shit, I looked and there was all these fucking swirl patterns and all this other fucked up shit that shouldn't be there and everything. And as soon as I put that out on a stream one night, I said, look at this shit that I found. And I put that out there. As soon as I was showing that, during the show, they fixed it. There was no shit.
And don't make it too obvious.
Yeah, I put it out on Facebook and everything, man. I was like, fuck you. You know, I got the fucking screenshots. Oh, it's because of your phone. No, it ain't, man, because I looked at it on the computer too, you retard. Stop it. Tim Pool.
Tim Pool's at it again. Is he still
Losing
angry?
his shit. I don't know, man. This is Ryan Mata. I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
When I put out this video of Tim Pool, and big shout out to Morgan Ariel for sharing this video because it just highlights how pathetic Tim Pool really is. He reminds you of like that jealous little rich, spoiled rich kid who always gets his way and thinks he's God's gift to earth. And he goes to ask out a girl to prom and she rejects him. And then he goes on like this unhinged, calling her names, attacking her, insulting her because he didn't get his way. And Tim Pool losing if there was any shred of credibility that the dude actually still had left, and people didn't think he was a complete controlled opposition shill for our intelligence agencies and big government, big pharma, and everybody else, right? Like Tim Pool, as far as a journalist goes and giving commentary, has been on like the left-leaning fringe. He's like the farthest thing from a gosh damn conservative. When you actually talk about being like an American first patriot, Tim Pool has zero respect from anybody. And you can tell just by like going down in the comments and reading how people are responding to these videos when he puts out, he is getting cooked, almost ratioed, I think, every single time the dude makes a post, because nobody gives a shit what Tim Pool has to say anymore. Nobody respects his opinion. No men in this movement or in America look up to Tim Pool and they're like, yes, I want to grow up and be just like Tim. People might think Tim's successful, and sure, they want to be successful, but I don't think any man is like, yes, I want to grow up and look like a bald little prick and sound like an emotional little bitch when I get fucking 40. That's what Tim Pool sounds like. Complete cucked douche. Check this clip out.
Okay. I'll say things that I probably shouldn't say, but I'm going to say, because I always get super heated on this. Candace Owens has the same security team as Turning Point and Charlie Kirk did. She's lying. She has the same security people.
Hold on, wait a minute. Didn't he just say the other day that she doesn't even have any security, one fat guy or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Now he's going, he has the same security as Turning Point. Okay.
I've been digging into this. I've been meeting with people and talking with them, and I shouldn't say too much because there's more that's going to be coming out soon, because rest assured, people are filing legal paperwork against her. Candace has the same security team, or has used the same security companies and the same security personnel as Charlie and Erica did. So when she comes out and is questioning them, she is lying outright. Now, I've invited many of these people to come on. We'll see what happens. We'll see when they can. The issue is, the moment Candace goes on her show to millions of people and lies, litigation begins. And what happens when litigation begins? People don't do interviews about it. She is exploiting this, and she knows she is, to keep people wrapped up in this insanity.
Bro, you just sound like an emotional, whiny, sour, salty little bitch. Period. Full stop. End of story. Not one man in this country wakes up and is like, yeah, I want to be like Tim Pool when I grow up. And do you know how many women out there aspire to be like Candace Owens? And that's the difference between a douchebag and the fucking GOAT. Candace, killing it. Everybody wants to be like Candace. Tim Pool, zero people want to be a douchebag. We out. Peace.
I still can't even figure out what the hell he was all mad about. What's he mad about anyway?
Because he thinks that because of her that they're gonna it's her fault that the Republicans are gonna lose the midterms.
So but wait, so he supports all the shit, all this stuff that's going on. He supports
Apparently.
the Israel thing, and he supports all that Middle Eastern crap, and he supports the illegals leaving, and he supports all that.
He supports whatever he's paid to support.
I think that's why he's mad, because she put him in a pickle.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. He lost a lot of viewers last week too, like 5 million.
Yeah. He's getting ratioed like a motherfucker on there too. Man.
So I don't think people are going and watching his low grade show.
Hang on a minute here. Where was I at there? Yeah, I mean, everybody, this thing is calling out. This even came out 9 hours ago. Bondi Beach false flag.
In looking at the shooting in Australia, we always have to ask ourselves, who benefits? I can tell you that it's trained the Muslim world. They're trying so hard to push this Muslim extremist narrative when the one hero that jumped on the shooter with no regards for his personal safety was in fact a Muslim man named Ahmed. Anyways, just after the shooting happened, as if it was time, you got the Israel Prime Minister blaming Iran to give himself an excuse to complete his carnage of the Middle East. This guy is now asking for harsher sanctions against anti-Semitism while still conducting a genocide that we're all witnessing in high definition. It's pretty unreal if you think about it. Now let's go back in time for a second and look at 9/11. Do you think the Muslim world benefited from these attacks? The whole place is torn apart. Even the Israeli prime minister said that they benefited the most from 9/11. And what do we get? More surveillance, more division, and more troubles at the airport. In the end, the only people who benefit from terror attacks are the demonic elite that plans them and couldn't give a damn about race or religion. They use race and religion to keep us divided while slowly putting us into this AI surveillance system. I'm sorry, but we're not falling for this one.
Yeah. That's why I'm afraid that something's going to happen to Trump, and then they're going to bring in that 3-name douchebag in, and he's going to role Plantarin, and he's going to bend you right over, and you're going to get a lot of Plantair, and that's when we're going to be slipping into the whole China system of social credit and cut you off if you say the wrong thing, and internet censorship, which is already here, and that's the picture I'm seeing in my head every time I think of that. I think, oh, perfect storm.
Man.
I don't mean to be a downer on it, but that's kind of what I'm seeing.
Well, I'm pretty well convinced. I don't think that Trump's going to finish his term.
Let me ask you a question, too. Why do you think they always point to the Middle Eastern people that aren't them and aren't Christians? Do you notice that they're always pointing a finger at the Muslims? Always.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. That's the cause of all their problems. That's the cause of all this anti-Semitism. That's the cause of all this stuff. It always seems like they're always pointing to those people.
Yeah, man. What's up, Derek?
Hey.
Hope
you boys are doing well.
You are just fantastic.
Yeah, we were you guys were talking about Bondi Beach.
Yeah.
There's so much about that makes no sense. Like Australia, right? Recently supported Palestine's right to exist as a nation, right? Mm-hmm. And yet somehow a guy from Iran is going to go there and cause a ruckus.
Yeah.
It didn't bring up any strikes when he showed up at the airport. How did he get firearms in Australia? Mm-hmm. Probably one of the most restricted firearm places. All the Commonwealth countries are firearms restricted.
Mm-hmm.
Canada, England, New Zealand, Australia, India. You can't get guns in those places. Well, not easily unless they're illegal. How the hell did he get all that gear and all that equipment and the shotgun shells and all that other stuff? And he just go to a store, and he's an Iranian in another country that didn't put any alarms up.
Isn't that convenient that it was an Iranian?
Yeah, no shit. You never notice there's never any Buddhism. There's never any Buddhism.
Well, the reason I say Iranian is because now what's going down is that Israel's been saying, "Oh man, we overestimated our effectiveness on Iran when we bombed them last time, and so we're going to have to go back in there and finish the job. And we need to get the United States to go along with us."
Yeah, it's excuse making.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I see.
It ain't Iranians. I mean, look at when they said that thing in Butler, Pennsylvania. Remember, Netanyahu came out and said, "Our intelligence shows that it was an Iranian plot." Shut the fuck up, Netanyahu. Good God, everything's Iranian plot.
Mr. Benjamin, shut your mouth now.
Yeah, everything. Everything. They could, like I said, they can point to people that they don't care about.
Yep.
And that's the excuse for everything. That's why that's like what turns people off to them.
Well, if you remember here too, Maduro was very critical of Israel, and he supported the two-state solution as well. And here now we got all our shit parked off their coast, putting no-fly zone in on them and shit.
Yeah.
And then declare fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. Trump just signed this executive order that declares it that. Yeah.
Well, what you mean the drug is killing?
Yeah.
The drug is attacking me.
Right.
Not the people who are bringing the drug. I don't understand that. That's like saying the gun is killing people.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
the fork is getting you fat.
The car is responsible for the drunk driving accident.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, no kidding. The bottler is the reason why that car accident happened.
That's right.
Because you put it into a container. We couldn't sell it and just pour it in your hand.
That's right.
It's like the stupidest mentality.
This is some dumb shit, man.
It's the same dog and pony show.
Always.
Just with a different twist or different
Kevin
flavor.
Bacon said fentanyl did 9/11. There you go, Kevin. You got it.
I want to thank Kevin Bacon for teaching me many years ago that to solve any problem, all you need is angry warehouse dancing.
Yes, Footloose.
Remember? Footloose. That was the greatest lesson that I ever learned. So sometimes when I'm angry, I go out and do some angry warehouse dancing.
Angry dancing, and that fixes all your problems.
Yes.
So you're looking at it all wrong.
Yeah, punch a few bags of grain, you know. The fuck.
With this historic executive order I will sign today, we're formally classifying fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction, which is what it is.
Iraq's weapons of mass destruction are controlled by a murderous tyrant. Fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people.
Talked about how just sick you felt to your stomach when you found out there were no weapons of mass destruction. Can you bring me to that moment?
You aren't aware. The reason Trump is saying this is because he wants to invade Venezuela. This is one of the worst propaganda pieces I have ever seen in my entire life. I need people to understand this. Almost every researcher, news outlet, and even the government's own website says there is no fentanyl in Venezuela. Trump is most likely going to send the American military to go murder a bunch of people in Venezuela the same way George Bush did in Iraq. This is the same guy that ran on an anti-war presidency and is about to send U.S. troops into another country to put us into war.
So I'm going to take something from the comment section. Somebody said, so wait a minute. The basically that you want to, are they admitting that pharmaceuticals are a weapon?
That's what he's. I guess that would be now.
You know, at this point, they actually should if they were honest.
Thank you, whoever left that comment. I couldn't scroll up quick enough.
I mean, I understand. That's a great comment. That's a good question. You know, what the fuck? And like I say, it's just a legal end run around being able to invade using a precedent that George Bush set.
So that was your buddy who made that comment. Midnight smoke scribing, archiving.
Okay, right on. All right, well, thanks, Midnight. So I'm just gonna go with Midnight. I can't get into
No.
it. Phonics has been good for me.
Hooked on phonics.
Yeah, I tried that. I went to rehab for it. I was hooked on phonics.
I learned it from watching you. Okay.
Yeah, and here he just did this today. Look, Netanyahu just did this today. You'll have to read. Well, we can read it. I don't know if he's speaking English or not. Hang on. Let's see. If he's not, we'll just read it.
אני דורש מממשלות המערב לעשות את מה שנדרש כדי
You demand.
ולתת את הביטחון הדרוש ואת ההבטחה הדרושה לקהילות היהודיות בעולם. וכדאי שיקשיבו לאזהרות שלנו. אני דורש מהם פעולה עכשיו. אני דורש...
What the fuck?
Who made him?
I demand that Western government
מממשלות המערב לעשות את
do what is necessary fight anti-Semitism and provide the required safety and security for Jewish communities worldwide. They would be well advised to heed our warning. I demand action from them now.
Warning? Really? Well, we have something called the First Amendment. I don't have to like anybody I don't want to like. And I could shit talk about them till I'm blue in the face.
Well,
For any
in
reason I want.
In
You think you're
Christianity,
gonna
you have a thing
suddenly
called
make-
ask and you shall receive, not sit there and demand. So, I mean, this here is
Do
not
they
cool.
think that's going to make me suddenly like them?
Yeah.
Because you won't let me speak out on platforms or whatever else? Do you think that's going to make me like you? No,
When
that's
you're-
going to make me hate you even more.
Yeah, when you're trying to restrict people.
Yeah.
Just because you don't like it. It's called right of association. I have the right to associate with anybody I want or not.
Well, Netanyahu also said that had it not been for the Jews, the USA would not exist.
Oh, bull fucking shit.
No, that's just a false.
Why? Because of the goofy money system? Now that everybody knows how the money system
Yeah.
works, any dickhead could make up a money system. What do you think? Just because it's got your name attached to it? Everybody knows how it's created and controlled. These people just educated everybody how it's controlled by doing all this shit. You're showing the world how to fucking do it. Are these people out of their fucking mind?
Yes.
They're just showing them.
Yes, they are. Oh, so when I first watched this earlier, you see this little flame that looks like it's floating in the air over here?
AI.
No, it's not. It's a reflection of the other flames.
Oh, do they have something over it? Glass?
No, it's a camera. It's on the camera lens because it's at an angle.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I can see the angle of the table and stuff.
Because at first I was like, what the fuck is that? That's crazy. And then I watched and it was mimicking the same pattern as these other flames were doing.
I said, Mike, that we are fighting today the battle that the Maccabees fought. They fought for the survival of the Jewish people and the Jewish faith against
Shiny
an enemy
rocks.
that wanted to extinguish us, wipe us out from the face of the earth. We were fighting our battle, but we were also fighting the battle of civilization, because our civilization is based on the Judeo-Christian tradition. And if the Maccabees had failed, there'd be no Judaism, there would be no Judeo-Christian civilization. There would be no Maccabees. There would be no United States. There wouldn't be the civilization of freedom, the respect for our common traditions, our common values. All of that would not happen if it weren't for those 5 brave brothers. They actually made the whole difference. So that spirit animates these brave soldiers that are here today and their comrades who are fighting in Gaza or in Lebanon or in Iran, wherever is necessary to not only preserve the Jewish nation and the Jewish state, but preserve civilization against the barbarians. The barbarians are out there. They did a horrible thing to us on October 7th. They'll never do it again. But they're doing it against Jews in Sydney and Jews elsewhere in America and elsewhere. This is our common battle against the barbarians. We have won it here. We're winning it here. We'll win it everywhere. Chag Sameach, Chag Chanukah Sameach Likulchem. Toda rabba lachem. Toda rabba. I said,
And he had a menorah, that Torah that he's got there laid out in front of him. He just hawked up a bunch of hoogers on it.
Just spit all over it.
Oh, that was terrible. Well, don't talk that way.
Bullshit. Nobody wants to knock them out. People just don't want nothing to do with you. That's all.
109. 109.
Nobody wants anything to do with your fucking kid killing insanity. That's what, or your shitty money system that you manipulate.
Oh my God, I know.
And your digital manipulation and your fucking cameras and your bullshit.
And for some reason, you're what? Not allowed to say anything about that. Fuck that shit. Here's your Bondi Beach.
If you think the Bondi Beach shooting was anything other than a false flag, you are severely brainwashed. The first piece of evidence, Naveed Akram, who is named as the Bondi Beach shooter. The search Google trend history. Why was his name searched so heavily yesterday? So you're telling me this random guy a day before has a heavy amount of searches, which is similar to other events. I don't want to be detained again. And then boom, of course, December 14th hits and this is the result. All I can tell you guys, do not listen to news media outlets. Netanyahu was just on record talking about how there needs to be more censorship pertaining to anti-Semitism. They are losing the propaganda war. Genie's out of the bottle, whatever term you want to use. The information is out there. People are waking up. And then also the guy people are labeling as a hero who disarmed the Bondi Beach shooter was another Muslim. They are trying to add fuel to the fire and rally people to a cause under a false flag. And this is just my opinion. Do not detain me again.
Do not detain me again.
Let me tell you, they're hitting Australia hard, man. They're filling Australia with all kinds of people that have no business being there. I mean, Africans and from countries that don't even know where Australia is. They're just dumping people into that country at this point.
Well, it's like
And
they're
I mean-
trying to do the same thing with every kind of westernized nation.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially
where
England.
the guns are being taken away.
Canada's getting overrun by
big
by-
time.
And I mean, I could keep going. Germany, France. I mean, all these major countries
Sweden.
that would, they're all getting slammed by these people that have no business being there.
And
No,
so
you
if
know-
it were the same
Well,
here
we're
for us in the
creating-
US, they'd be doing the same thing here.
We create the refugee crisis by bombing the fucking shit out of all these people, fomenting these wars. Our CIA getting in there and fucking getting little tribes to fight each
Yeah.
other, so we can
Manipulating.
kill each other, so we can take the fucking mineral rights and shit.
Yeah, we did it in Africa too. Same thing.
Well, we're doing it right now in Africa. We're doing it all over.
Yep.
Getting ready to go into full scale into Venezuela. That's not going to be pretty at all. It's gonna
Well,
be
I'm hesitant to say we because it's not like it has our approval.
Well, you know,
No,
you know
but
what I mean.
Yeah,
it'll be used in our name. That's the problem. because
Yeah,
those
I get
actions
that.
will be
But at the
affiliated
same
with
time,
you
it's like
living
you
here.
can't blame a whole nation for something like
But that's
a
how
few
people
keep
think.
doing.
Yeah, but that's how people think, Derek. They'll say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I
you're an
get-
American? Yeah, you're one of those scumbags."
Oh, right. You're the one who approves of all
Yeah,
these
yeah.
foreign wars,
They'll-
even though in
they-
reality you've been fighting against it all
They
along.
think we actually have something to do to change things. They don't realize that we're just as trapped as everybody else sitting here with our thumb in our ass every time an election comes, and we think that voting this one or that one is really going to matter when they're both owned by the same people doing the same shit. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter which one you vote for. Red, blue, green doesn't fucking matter. See, these people think when you go somewhere else that one, you're rich, and two, you have some kind of control over the place that you live, and you have none.
yeah.
So they'll affiliate it with you because you have that passport or you have that tag or you have that pride. They can't see the difference between what the government is and what you are. That's the difference. We understand it because we live among it. So we see the bullshit. We see what it is. But they don't. They just affiliate it with you, and that's it. Oh, you're an American, scumbag. That's what they do. Different mentality.
I know it.
Whoa, this is crazy. Check this out. So it says apparently Erica Fransvey Kirk's ex-boyfriend Cabot Phillips will be doing college tours in Charlie Kirk's place. The relationship surfaced after Erica's CBS town hall claiming to not have dated at all 5 years before she met Charlie. This just keeps getting weirder.
What happened to Howdy Doody? He's not. I thought Howdy Doody was taking his place. That goofy-looking kid.
Oh no,
the pastor's son.
It didn't get a very good reception at all. He
looked like a doofus.
Yeah. Everybody thought so too. They was like, this dude, no.
Like I said it on this show. I said it on Rogers. I said it on a few places. I said if he doesn't work, they're gonna roll out, version 3 of Charlie, and if he don't work, they'll roll out version 4. They'll find somebody else who will come out and have the same thing and the same, same stupid smile, and be just the right height. And, this is just modeling. That's why I don't pay attention to any of those people. Like, whatever they're saying, I don't care. They're all fakes.
So this is some kind of thing today at 5:30 p.m. Turning Point USA Leadership Institute. Cabot Phillips. This guy, I guess, he used to date. This is weird. Let's see. Since this is where it all started, I only found it appropriate to wish you a very happy birthday, Cash Cab. This is on 2017. This is 2017, and that's 2 years before. And she married Charlie Kirk in 2019.
Jesus. I don't know, but every time I've touched a catfish, they smell bad.
I can't stop watching this. Some comment on her video. Stroker. So it's kind of another fucking lie.
Let me just do something for a second on the word cat. Why she used the word catfish.
Yeah.
Catfishing usually referred to generally use fake photos and lie about their personal lives to present themselves as more attractive for financial gain, personal satisfaction, evasion of legal consequences, or to troll. That's what cat is. That's the definition of the word used when she said you're a catfish.
Or maybe she's really a dude.
Oh, fuck, man.
It's possible, man. You never know.
She's got man hands. I gotta say, a big jaw.
I know. When I saw her hands at that funeral, the first thing I thought of was that fucking episode of Seinfeld with the
She's
man.
got veiny hands.
Yeah, I had those big fucking clubby hands ripping that crab apart and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, this is just wrong, man. So I think this girl's got the same idea I do.
So what do we do about Muslims in the West? That is the big question that a lot of people are debating online since the horrible and tragic Bondi Beach shooting. That seems to be the biggest debate that is raging online right now. What do we do with all of these Muslims? They come to the West, and this is what happens. They commit these acts of terror. All of these people are saying, Muslims are the problem. We can't let them in the West. If you say the solution is keep them in their own countries, great. I think that's their solution too. I think they would prefer to stay in their own country. The problem is we keep waging wars, and those wars have created instability. Here we are doing everything we can to help the Israelis clear the land of Muslims and destabilize all of the neighboring countries around Israel. And then they all flee here. We've had all these destabilizations, all these wars, mostly at the behest of Israel or oil or both. And then they give you a problem. The problem shows up at your doorstep. When we invade, we end up creating the refugee crisis every single time. So really, I think the solution, instead of allowing Israel to continue getting us into these wars to destabilize so that they could continue controlling the regions, rather than doing that, maybe the Jews should leave. They're saying, well, the Muslims should leave the West, or maybe the Jews should leave the Middle East and leave the Muslims in the Middle East. They keep telling us all the time that they're the good ones. They're the more westernized civilization. Okay, well then it should be easier to integrate you into our societies, right? Let's just do a swap and end the state of Israel. And that way we also end the Islamic terror that continues to infiltrate Western societies. We'll send the Muslims back to the Middle East. We'll send the Jews here, and we'll stop destabilizing those countries. We'll just get out of the region altogether.
Yeah, there you go.
Put them in some kind of camps or something, maybe. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Well, I think if they spread them all over the place, you'll just have even bigger problems all over the place.
Yeah, it's
Be like they'll have to walk around and tell everybody, okay, you have to take 100,000, and you have to take 100,000, and everybody's gonna be like, no.
It's better to have them concentrated in an area where you can keep your eye on them, I guess.
Well, and it's like the problem is more insidious, where it's like, there's so many, quote unquote Muslims who work in concert with the Israeli government.
Mm-hmm.
Like they work for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even really Muslim at that point, but they claim to be.
Yeah.
Right. Playing a part. Central.
Yes.
Aren't they Abrahamic? Isn't that what it is? The whole Abraham connection.
Mm-hmm.
Abrahamic religions.
I mean, and remind me, like 9/11, what on earth did Saudi Arabians have any beef with America to take part in those attacks?
But they didn't. It was fentanyl. I blame fentanyl. Fentanyl's the reason Iraq happened.
On the surface, there was no beef between America and Saudi Arabia. So why were so many of the hijackers Saudi Arabian?
Well, you got to understand, the United States is still just a colony of England. Okay,
yeah.
We think we're our own country and we're free and everything. No, we're not. So, the beef with the West, with Saudi Arabia, goes all the way back to fucking World War One. If you look at, have you ever seen Lawrence of Arabia?
I saw only probably about 10 minutes.
That's a true story. And British Petroleum was heavily involved in that. They took over the fucking oil in Saudi Arabia, the British.
Well, so in a roundabout way, okay, there's that kind of a beef, I suppose, but
well, this is how you got the Western influence into it. It could have been, they've got you terrorized of anybody Muslim or Middle Eastern. And that's where they want you. And who wants you there? Well, it would seem the people that control the outlets of information, the propaganda. And who would that be? Oh,
we know who.
Small heads.
Yep. They always got to have a boogeyman. There's always got to be a bad guy.
They want you worried about Islamic invasion when you're already occupied by Zionists. You understand? And that's where we're at. It's just deflection. It's more their what do you call that shit? Projection.
Yeah, projection. Like you're doing a bad thing, but we're doing it. We're just telling people you're doing it, even though you aren't.
No, yeah. So it's like back during the 9/11 attacks. I'm sorry.
I said my dogs were freaking out back here.
And
wait, you don't believe in the moonlight?
Moon Shadow is flipping shit out here, trying to get one of the other dogs to play. It's been really cold, so there ain't been a lot of outdoors and a lot of outdoor playing and shit. So
we let the dog out. He goes out. He does what he's got to do, and he runs right back in. He's like, hell with this.
That's how Cece is. That little one, she don't want to be out there no longer, and she has to.
Yeah, she's like, see, I'm out. Right back in the heat.
Yeah, and sometimes she don't even go out. She'll just go out so she can get a treat, and she'd wait, and then she'll shit in here. You know, like you little asshole.
Too cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
I mean, you know, it's hard to get after her about it because, you know, it's like I can dig it, man. I wouldn't want to go out there and shit neither.
Yeah.
You know, especially if I was little and had no fur hardly. You know, I'm just a little short-haired dog.
They're funny too. They run around to all different places to try to find the perfect spot to take a deuce.
Oh my God.
They'll walk around for 15 minutes and sniff every spot, find this one particular spot, and now it's covered in snow, and they're like, "Oh shit, my spot's gone."
I was watching Fabio. He was in the front room here earlier, and he was going to lay down in the middle of the front room floor. And he did probably 7 or 8 fucking circles around in a circle, turn around, go back the other way, go around again this way, and then lay down. And it's like, what the fuck was you? There's no grass to trample down, but I guess it's just like part of their nature to want to do that before they lay down.
It's like you can't really go to sleep unless you're actually tired too. Maybe he's just burning a bit more energy.
Yeah, could be. Check this out. This is funny.
Wait, you don't believe in the moon landing? Absolutely not. We've been learning about this shit in school for decades. What the fuck do you mean you don't believe in that shit? Are you some type of conspiracy theorist or something? So let me get this straight. You really believe that in 1969, when televisions were still in black and white and folks were still using rotary fucking phones, and most new cars sold in the United States didn't even have power windows or fucking air conditioning, that we just strapped 2 cowboys into what was essentially a fucking Coke can with a Chevy small block attached to it and just launched them motherfuckers out into orbit on nothing more than a hope and a fucking dream, and somehow managed to land that glorified bottle rocket safely on an uncharted lunar surface, where they then got out and played hopscotch for a few hours, and then they got right back inside that motherfucker, and then somehow managed to launch themselves back off the goddamn moon with no infrastructure. And then a few short weeks later, they landed safely back on Earth. You really fucking believe that happened? God damn, you're a gullible son of a bitch.
That's pretty much where you got to really look at it.
I threw one in the private chat too, the Apollo mission thing, where it shows the guys, it shows how they did it with the wire cables.
All right.
Doing all the flips. That's a pretty good one off
right.
of that, because you showed those pictures.
Let's see here real quick. I'm going to grab this, and we'll go to those.
It is ridiculous when you really think about it, though. I mean,
no, a
person
lot of
doesn't
that
think
was
about it.
televised footage, D-Man. Like
Well-
like the satellite hanging from wire, where it was spinning and turning that thing.
I know, but think about the level of trust people had in television back then. You didn't have the internet. So the only thing anybody had was the TV, and it never lied to them. That's how everybody's mentality was. So, when you think about the people, the level of mentality of people in that era, well, if the TV was saying it, you were pretty much believing it. There was no other alt or,
Well,
or
sure.
any, yeah.
But I mean, even looking back on it now from today, it's like we know it's absolutely fake, but yet there's been no retraction from NASA at all.
Well, they're not going to tell you.
Matt and Callie, man, I've been smoking weed for 48 fucking years. All right. And I never heard of that shit until just recently. Somebody said there's people scromiting. They scream and vomit at the same time. Shut the fuck up, man. For real. I mean,
scromiting.
I mean, it's stupid. I mean, it's just the dumbest thing. And then it's people, oh, no, you got to stay away from that. There are kids injecting marijuana every day. It's like, oh my God, shut up, man.
Well, they came out with Reefer Madness, and Reefer Madness basically told people that if you did this, you'd become a rapist and a jazz musician.
And a murderer.
Yeah. So, I mean,
And that authoritative figure at the end, he says, it could happen to you or you. And then he looks right in the camera, or you, like that, and everybody's like, oh, fuck the weed. It's the devil's lettuce.
Blood on the highway.
Lucifer's lettuce. We can't have that.
Ultimate spinach.
Satan's salad. What is that thing I got in there? I got a movie poster in the other room. It's got, what is it? Something about debauchery. Let me look real quick. Hold on.
The best one I ever heard was Ultimate Spinach. That was the best one I ever heard somebody say that to me. I went,
Devil's Harvest. The Devil's Harvest. That was another anti-weed movie. I got a movie poster to it, The Devil's Harvest. And it's talking about, you know, it leads you into debauchery and, you know, you're going to not go to heaven, probably. You know,
the worst thing I've ever seen a person do who does marijuana is like kill a bag of chips.
No shit. And they, you know, who wants to drive? You know, it's like, fuck that. Domino's delivers, man. You know,
I know we can't have kids sitting around a campfire.
there's a place over here in Harrisonburg that they deliver fresh baked cookies all times of the night.
Oh, you must be calling them.
Oh man, well, no, they don't come out this far and shit. My son calls them when he lives over there in Harrisonburg. He calls them right often, I reckon.
So I was keeping them in business.
What's it called? That cookie joint out there in who? Insomnia Cookies. Oh, and there's campus cookies too.
Give us some love, Insomnia Cookies.
Yeah, you're gonna have some of those. Look at here's the Starlink. Here's the Starlink satellites. Why do they have to be that close together?
Yeah, no shit.
What's up with that?
Looks like a sign being dragged.
Like they're all tethered.
Yeah.
What is that? Yeah. See, they leave it real loose like that because as it goes up, it expands.
Yep.
That'll expand as it goes up.
Yeah. Once it gets to like a certain height, I think it's 130 or 140,000 feet, the balloon pops.
Or it'll just remain stagnant.
Yeah, it'll reach and it'll
Seeks
depends, I
equilibrium.
guess, on the mix what they put inside of it to reach equilibrium. So if they put a real heavy mix in it, then it'll keep on going till it pops. But you can adjust it so that it'll go up a certain height and then just stop rising.
Dude, they got balloons as big as the fucking Houston Astrodome up there. That ain't no shit.
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me that they wouldn't have stuff hanging off of giant balloons that are donut shaped too.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like
the
a
point
mattress.
is, they're not in like Earth orbit. They're still in like Earth atmosphere.
Yeah, they're in low Earth. They're
Yes.
they're low Earth atmosphere.
Mhm.
Same thing like the satellite. Well, same thing as the, you know, I don't doubt that they can't stick stuff up 100K or 80,000 or
No.
hang stuff up there and let them run around in the jet stream. They can absolutely do that. But are they leaving this place? No, nobody is.
Right.
The only way you're leaving is when you die. That's it.
Look at this. Here's one of them shooters. Look at this. This is crazy. At the Bondi Beach thing. Watch this.
Why is he standing right in front of him while he's shooting? Look at those two people.
Oh my God.
That is not how I would react if somebody was shooting a rifle at me.
Look at that.
I'd be hitting the deck.
Yeah, why are they just standing around?
Oh my God.
Weird.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Just standing.
Yeah. Just chilling.
Get down. Boys, get down. Oh my.
Happy Hanukkah.
And then even if it was from that distance, if he was actually shooting something, how do you miss at that distance?
That sounded like a shotgun.
Didn't sound real, did it?
No, it sounded fake. The other one I saw, he had a bolt action with a scope on it.
Did you? I showed this last night. I think it's kind of important to show it tonight because we know this is all a scripted show, right?
Yeah.
So this guy, he's a comedian, John Christ. He said that he was at a Tucker Carlson party, and this is what he says about it. This is pretty crazy. I showed this last night, I think.
Tucker Carlson's there. Marjorie Taylor Greene is there.
Wow.
Candace Owens is there.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, Lydia, Candace Owens is here. She's like, what? Well, I go, Candace is here. She goes, tell her I'm reading her book. I go, not Candace Bure. Candace Owens is here.
Yeah.
She's like, what?
The other one.
The real one.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And then and then there's like a bunch of Turning Point people there. There's a bunch of like, I wrote down a list of everybody that I saw there. A bunch of comics were there. Brennan Shaw, Theo, a bunch of people, a bunch of MMA fighters in there. And I was like, I go, all right, this is what I always have thought about those kind of things. And I'll just say it out loud for everybody listening. And I've said this before in some kind of context. There was Turning Point people there, and Candace Owens was there. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson. I hate to say this out loud. Everybody friends. Everybody friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said that before.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, I've heard before about Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we saw like the Democratic majority leader and like the Republican, they're at dinner. I go, yeah, everybody friends.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody like kind of in like, we would see like, let's say like Theo's good buddy of ours. He would be like doing something. We were like, oh yeah, it's kind of just for the thing,
mm-hmm.
for their job. They
mm-hmm.
just kind of have to they kind of got to be on the sidelines and dump Gatorade on the coat. That's like kind of,
they're entertaining.
That's what their thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I go, wait, I thought you, because the thing he said about shouldn't you guys be fighting?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't you guys be fist fighting in the center of this party?
Yeah.
Everybody, hey, you want a drink?
Yeah.
Everybody.
So it's just a big show, man.
Say it ain't so.
So probably Candace and Erica got together and drank a box of wine. That's what happened. Looked at kids' books or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring Tim Pool and his coloring books over.
Oh, that's wrong. Wait. Need to do this. Wait. What do we got here? I got to do this.
They'll do anything for money. They don't care. There's some people in this world that will do anything for money. If that means that they have to step on or kill or maim or lie, they'll do it for their benefit, and they could care less about anybody because that's how some people are. They don't see anything bad in them doing anything to sustain the lifestyle they want, get the power they want. They'll do it. They don't care. There's sociopaths in this world.
So that looks like Benjamin Netanyahu at a very young age.
Sure is.
So here's the sequence. 1979, the so-called father of Israeli intelligence, a guy called Issa Harel, told an American journalist there was going to be an Islamic attack on New York's biggest building. The same year, Benjamin Netanyahu held a conference about the need for a war on terrorism. He wrote a book. He became prime minister eventually. And in 1996, Richard Pearl fronted a group to produce a document for him called A Clean Break. And this called for as much inter-Arab conflict to be generated as possible. And then a year later, the same Richard Pearl was one of the founders of the Project for the New American Century, co-founded by William Crystal and Robert Kagan, calling for American troops to fight multiple theater wars in the Middle East. It said that this would be necessarily slow, absent some catastrophic and catalyzing event. like a new Pearl Harbor. This was in September 2000. And 9 months after they came to power, America had what Bush called at the time the Pearl Harbor of the 21st century.
That's exactly what it was, too, man. 100%.
It's all connections. They all made money off of that. Everybody made a penny.
Yep.
Off of the buildings going down, off of the insurance, off of the response, off of all the laws that were passed, off of all that. Dude, they make money off of it coming and going. Don't matter.
The big laundering operation, man. That's what
Yeah.
it is. We do this
And that's
again.
what it's been for a very long time, man.
Oh, yeah. Hell, we've been occupied. Look at Kennedy was starting to get wise to it. Their infiltration into the White House in Washington, D.C. And he was putting up stopgaps to it. He wanted them to register as a foreign lobby, the predecessor of APEC. He was wanting them to abide by the Nuclear Proliferation Treaty and subject to inspections by the the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. They wouldn't do it. Listen, man, they've just been despotic since their creation. They were created by despotism.
Yep. He did executive action 11111, which was to get rid of the Fed. They started even having the Treasury print what they call Kennedy fives, which were Treasury backed silver, Treasury printed backed silver and gold backed.
Yep. There was silver certificate. Yeah.
The very next executive order, as soon as who replaced him? Wasn't Ford.
What?
Who was the guy that replaced Kennedy?
Oh, Johnson.
Johnson. As soon as Johnson got in,
he
executive action. Yep, he reversed everything he friggin' did. Everything. It's like, yeah, it's super obvious.
They hadn't even left the fucking tarmac.
Nope. It was already being done.
He had just gotten sworn in, and they were taxiing down the runway. He was pulling out those executive orders right there, baby.
You got it.
Had them already ready. Ain't that something?
Yeah, they just happened to be here in front of me.
Ain't that something?
Welcome to Apollo Shorts. Subscribe, lots of short videos coming up showing irrefutable evidence that the NASA moon landings were staged.
The astronauts in the Apollo videos were supported by hidden wires that were used to simulate the movement of humans in low gravity, in order to make believe that they were on the moon.
Huh.
The blurry or dark backdrops are used to render the wires invisible. Which is the reason why the backdrops in the Apollo videos are always blurry, low quality or discolored. Sometimes, like in the following example from Apollo 17, however, the system of wires failed. Due to a malfunction of the wires on his left foot, this astronaut is unable to walk properly and starts skipping on one foot without falling.
A small little pit crater on the side of this crater I just walked in.
Huh. Yeah, watch that. It gets caught right there. Twing. Yeah, you couldn't walk like that anywhere. Yeah, there ain't no way you could walk like that any fucking place.
Yep.
I call Bahui on this nonsense. And that's all I'm gonna do. What is this?
Giant puppets, like giant marionettes. Just
Yes. Oh man, that's that one. It's really great. It's I saw one that's got a whole mashup of them, and you can see the wires. And they do it to that song "Puppets on a String."
Yeah.
Life is just like a merry-go-round.
You ever see when they speed it up, especially when they're driving and they speed the film up? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You look at it and you're like, "This is no way." Once they speed it up and you see how they're moving around, hopping around, it's like, yeah, okay.
Well, it's undeniable at this point. You know, today with the information we have, and if we were to give it to NASA, like they get quiet because they can't defend it. We couldn't in their position.
Well, that's why they lost all the film. You notice how now they're like, oh, we just happened to lose all the film. Oh, geez, I don't know.
All the telemetry data and everything.
Come on, Gargoyle. I don't know if the moon landing was real 100%. Of course it wasn't real.
It's fake. You're not going to something. It's right here in our system. It's already here.
Heron Song was right there with me on that one. For real? Come on. Do the anti-flat earthers believe that yes, they do. At least they say they do. Oh, wait a second. What do we got going on over here?
Oh, and yes, Heron. No, the anti-flat earthers, for the most part, absolutely believe the moon landings happened.
Yeah.
And it's why they still choose to ignore like channels like Apollo Detectives. Like, even if they're not flat earthers, what they do is actually still pretty exceptional because they just kick the crap out of NASA in the moon landings.
Well, they don't have to. They can.
And then, Globers just ignore them. They pretend like they don't exist.
Well, Derek, they don't have to. They can just throw that imbecile out in the front. Who's that? Don Pettit. They could just throw Don Pettit out there.
Oh my God!
Every time he opens his mouth. Yeah. How do you open the thing without blowing out the gasket? So real good engineering.
Yeah, I know, right?
Thanks, Don Pettit.
Fucking tard. No way. Yeah.
He's just a goofball, isn't he?
Oh wow, I didn't know that it'd do that.
Yeah, I'll pull up that QN fee one. We'll pop that one on there because that's a good one. Some people might have never seen that one with the action figures.
Oh no. All right, find that. Here we go. This is on Foucault's pen. This is from Mr. Tahiti. Put this up here.
Well, our Foucault pendulum has stopped swinging. So, Houston, do we have a problem? Has the Earth suddenly stopped rotating, sending us here in Houston, Texas at about 30 degrees latitude, hurtling towards Florida at about 900 miles per hour? Wait, which way's east? At the equator, it would be about 1,040 miles per hour because rotational physics is fun. So no, our very, very spherical Earth has not stopped rotating, as evidenced by our aliveness. So here's what's going on with our Foucault pendulum and a very trimmed down version of how these pendulums work and why they are important. Since perpetual motion isn't a thing, despite what your IG feed might tell you, every pendulum on Earth needs a little nudge to counteract mechanical friction and air resistance. This nudge, for our pendulum at least, is actually a slight electromagnetic tug on a metal collar at the top of the 61-foot, 7-inch cable itself. The electromagnet is actually a circular ring, triggered at the ends of the 7-ish second total swing, or period, technically. Since it's a ring magnet, it only tugs in the same direction the cable arrives. It does not alter the direction or inertia at all. This mechanism simply maintains the momentum of the 180-pound mass against friction and wind resistance. It's very slight, but it's there. And well, in our case, this mechanism has stopped because, like all mechanical things, it needs maintenance from time to time, especially after literal decades of virtually non-stop operation. A well-deserved spa day after nearly 50 years of work. Many of us have lifelong memories of it swinging. So it's kind of poignant, if not actually a little bit fascinating, to see it stationary. But I assure you, it will definitely swing again. I mean, right now it's kind of like Hakeem Olajuwon just sitting at half court. Ask your parents about Hakeem Olajuwon. So why are pendulums important? In summary, because when you see the swing change direction throughout the day, evidenced by the pegs being knocked over in a circular perimeter, the pendulum is actually not changing direction. We are. The swing direction does not change. It is the Earth rotating underneath the pendulum. And we are on the Earth, so from our perspective, it looks like it's changing direction. But
this is stupid because they've done this exact same thing using laser interferometry and there's no movement.
Here's the thing. What's it attached to? How would it turn? It's attached to what is turning.
And they never show that box, do they?
And it's attached to the very thing that's turning, so there would be no reason for it to change direction.
That's like saying that this ball is just hanging in midair and
it's not
on
just
nothing.
hanging in midair. No, there's like
Exactly.
a mechanism.
So it's on what's moving.
Yeah.
So that doesn't work. Didn't Einstein try to do this shit and they realized that wait a minute, we can't do
Morley.
this?
Yeah.
Didn't they realize that this shit's attached to what would be moving? This doesn't work. So, I mean, it's so dumb to think, oh, well, it stopped moving. Of course it does, because some asshole goes over there every morning and swings that thing first. And let's get the pendulum going.
And it's not much different than the, what do you call it? That drain test they do at the equator. It's all influenced by the way that it's initiated. And so for this guy to be pulling it back to a degree perfect, to center, it's not going to be. In fact, I bet they have it marked on the floor where he's supposed to go to with it or where he's supposed to pull it from or whatever. And that's going to determine which way that fucking thing goes.
AO said it's the guy said it's a pendulum. AO said refraction, D-man, refraction.
Refraction, absolutely.
Refractor gravillax.
it isn't. Now I'm going to knock the rust off of my high school French, which came in very useful in South Texas, by the way. Hi, Miss Lugier. You were wonderful. This experiment, invented by Jean-Bernard Léon Foucault, did I do all right? Any native French speakers want to let me know in the comments? I probably butchered it. It was used to demonstrate way before space travel that our blue sphere was in fact rotating around a wobbling axis. Sphere, ball, globe, let her rip in the comments.
Let me ask
Check
you
the
this,
related video, description, or pinned comment for that matter for a much more in-depth video explaining the Foucault pendulum. But with that, y'all are awesome. Take care.
But let me ask you something. Why isn't it just moving around right there? Because if we're spinning, that thing should be in motion all on its own because we're spinning. So that thing hanging on the line should be moving around. It should be moving itself.
It should be.
It shouldn't be sitting still ever if we're fucking spinning. Even think about it. It's attached to the building. The building is attached to the ground and the ground is moving. Why isn't it moving? Why is it just frozen solid? Because we're not moving. That's why. It's so stupid when you think about it. And you think about, wait a minute. How come it stops? It should be in constant movement. No matter, you shouldn't have to go over and hit it and swing it and get it to do shit. It should just be moving on its own. That's like saying the guy in the crane who's got the demolition ball is just letting the demolition ball hang off the wire on the crane. It should be moving constantly. It should be doing a rotation as it spins around. Even while he's not moving, that doesn't happen either. That ball ain't moving. That means it isn't moving. Neither is the ground underneath it
and yes,
or the
like
building it's attached to.
Crane operators know it's not going to move unless they're the ones moving it.
But mass attracts mass, Derek.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yes.
That is the dumbest shit.
This is why anything they say when it comes to the physical shit is total shit.
Mm-hmm.
God. It is. Oh, wait.
I threw a fish tank one in the back that was pretty cool. Remember we were talking about the mediums? I threw that one in there for you. I forgot about this. I forgot to do it yesterday.
Check this out real quick. This is that Summer House reality show that Erica Kirk was on.
Everyone kind of has a soulmate out there.
Are you my soulmate?
No.
No? Nothing? No boxes.
Asking someone if they're your soulmate is a heavy thing. With you, if you want to get matter of fact, my intentions with you are to be friends. I'm not going to just plan my whole life with someone and one dinner. I don't think that's like appropriate.
You're saying I'm being inappropriate, right?
You asked the question. I'm not going to lie to you. So I mean, with that, if there's ever any way that I can help you with like your endeavors and anything that you have going on, like.
Okay. I really liked her. I wanted to pursue Erica, and I thought it was reciprocal. Instead, I'm striking out. Chat, dude. Penny?
He like
Motherfucker got cock blocked hard, man.
Yeah, he
like
obviously. Yeah, I don't know.
You got to have a job if you want to be with me, she said.
Yeah, she's expensive.
What is this? Mark Levin called Trump the first Jewish president to serve 2 not consecutive presidencies. What the
Trumpstein?
Trump Bergstein wits.
Goldberg. Goldberg, Feinberg, Iceberg, all the same.
Feinstein Bergowitz.
And these people do like Israel. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Going off script.
And he loves Israel too. It's true. 2 seconds. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, "This is our first Jewish president." It's true. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve 2 not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
That's true. Bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged. And we found out, and you see that happening. But
And you are the greatest president.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you. I miss you. I miss you.
Take care of that guy. Take care of that guy.
Thank you, President Trump. And you definitely don't have a tiny penis.
No, not at all. It's not micro.
You don't have a micro penis.
It's an eggplant. It's all a lie.
Voting, though, it's like, I mean, was anything ever done about those Dominion voting machines out of curiosity?
No, we're still using them.
All right.
Still using them.
So who's to say it's not all still rigged?
If we're using them, the rest of the world is using them. It's probably even worse in European countries. It's probably 10 times worse. Right? So, everybody's getting screwed. It isn't just us. It's everybody. Okay? The days of going and pulling the thing and having the punch cards and them counting them right there are all over. It's all numbers and digital bullshit. They can fuck with any of that stuff they want at any point in time and sway anything and if it goes in a way and you figure out a way when they're screwing, well, they'll just screw the whole process up so that they'll make you do it again because what you picked was obviously wrong. Okay, so we need to make you come back 3 times and inconvenience you even more. Like that isn't telling people that you voting doesn't change anything. It's like, no, come back 3 more times.
I learned that in 2008, the one and only time I voted. It was for Ron Paul, right? And the Fed, the Federal Reserve. I was totally on board with that. Like, yes. And then during the Iowa primary, in the middle of the night when Ron Paul had been winning the entire time, all of a sudden this slew of ballots just came out of nowhere. And all of a sudden Ron Paul loses.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Like,
I remember
what?
you could not pick a better person who was for the Constitution, for the Republic. You couldn't pick a better person out of all the I voted Ron Paul twice in a row. All my friends said I was insane.
That's the very reason why that happened to him.
Yeah,
exactly. You can't have that.
No.
Well, it's like in some ways he was kind of like the token soft voice in ways in government, and so it's like he kind of knew he was never going to win. But the point is, he was extremely popular there for a while.
Oh, he was huge up here.
And then the media just bashed him like, oh, he's too old. But never mind that when Biden, was elected president, he was the same age.
Yeah.
They didn't say or utter a peep about that.
Fox News, who said that they were fair and balanced and all this, and they're pro-America and something, but they were the first ones to bash him and just basically make him look like, here comes crazy Uncle Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh, he's not a real Republican.
I knew
like the
right
rest of
there
us.
the gig was up. I knew even then, and my friends would be like, "Why are you voting for that guy?" I'm like, "Well, if you can't figure that out, then you're
Well,
never
'cause
gonna
it-
figure it
what
out."
he says actually makes sense for one.
Yeah.
Let's not plunge our country into never-ending debt. Maybe.
And there was another guy before him named Tom Tancredo. And Tom Tancredo said that the border was out of control in the early 2000s, and he basically ran his whole thing on, we need to close the border. We need to get these people out. We need to take people out that don't belong here, people that don't appreciate what we got here, people that are misusing the system, people that are, selling drugs, people, they got to be out. Fuck these people. Get them up and get them out. And they did the same thing to him. They bashed him and made fun of him, made him look like a kook. And he was really the guy that probably should have got it. And here we are with the problems that he was telling you 20, 25 years ago was a problem. And everybody looked at him and laughed like, you're just a lunatic. Here we are.
Oh, yeah, because I remember back then, like other, people who considered themselves Republican, they're like, well, he'll never win. Well, it's not exactly about, like who will win or not. It's about placing your vote in the right area.
Right. But as you know, though, the vote, all you're doing is consenting for whatever comes about from that.
Yeah. So, I mean, he could get in the office and do something completely opposite. And then somebody's just going to point to you and say, well, you voted for him.
All it is you throwing your ante into the game.
Yeah.
Now you're vested. Now you're in.
That's why I'm going to write Brenda in on the next election.
That's what we need. Have her and Berman
Oh, no.
Why did 8,000 people in the Northeast vote for you? They're going to be knocking on the door. Hello, I need to speak to Brenda.
Check this out.
Erica Kirk versus Candace Owens. Who will win?
Stop.
Well, while you were distracted, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a $900 billion bill to send more money to Israel. Yes, $600 million. And on top of that, $400 million a year going to Ukraine for their defense, of course. These are our greatest allies, and we need to make sure they are fine. So we can find $900 billion more dollars to make sure everybody is safe. We have nothing we need to worry about in the United States right now, so I'm sure this money is being well spent. And just so you know, this was passed bipartisanly. So Republicans, Democrats, doesn't really matter.
There you go.
Have fun with that. If they would have figured out how much money is walking out of here. I mean, I know it's all just bullshit number. It's like monopoly money at this point anyway. It doesn't really matter. But I mean, if they were to actually come up and say, this is how much money leaves this country every day, and this is how much money, we literally could completely fix everything in this country, every piece of infrastructure, every road. We could have high-speed rail that go from coast to coast.
Going by our infrastructure and shit, we are at best a third world nation. You look at our cities, you look at our infrastructure, you look at our rail lines, we're shit, dude.
Well, and that was done on purpose, though, really.
Right. But the whole time we're sitting there swallowing our own fucking Kool-Aid going, oh, America's the greatest in the world. What the fuck are you talking about?
Take a look at some countries in the Middle East that people are out in the desert. Their shit is 10 times better than 10 times cleaner. Even my friend went to somewhere to Russia and said that people get up in the morning and walk the streets and pick up every cigarette butt and every matchstick and every, that's some of the cleanest places you've ever seen.
It was like that in Frankfurt when I was over there, man. It was unreal. Beautiful, beautiful city. Clean.
Yeah. Go take a walk.
It is now. They got all Somalis and shit living there.
Go take a walk in downtown Boston. Take a look at what it looks like. Looks like a dumpster. Shit everywhere. It stinks.
Yeah. All your major cities are. Hell, the fucking capital is like that.
Yeah. They got homeless camps right behind it.
Yeah.
Right behind the White House.
Yep.
Go to
Listen,
LA. They got 70,000 people on the street in LA.
have you checked the pizza
Oh, I
index?
haven't. No.
Oh,
Pizza?
Leanne messaged me. What happened?
Oh, we have to see the gay
Oh,
bar
man.
situation.
The gay bar situation. We need to know.
We'll have to do a
We need to
report.
know what's going on with the gay bars. God bless America. Oh. What's this world coming to? Hang on, I gotta fucking find this.
But about the U.S. infrastructure, for example, it's like the military is able to like bomb every major road in the Middle East and then rebuild them all. But
Uh-huh.
meanwhile, we can't maintain the roads we already have here in the country.
Okay, it looks pretty good, except for the U.S. and Venezuela is still critical. All the pizza joints are there. I can't find the gay bar index no more.
They might have took it out.
They might have took it out because it was, not, they don't want all the attention on the gay bars. Let me see. They don't even show up on the map anymore, I don't think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's not a thing anymore.
No. They got rid of all the homos out of the military now, see?
No more of that shit is what's his name said.
Yeah, that's right. Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War.
Yeah.
The Secretary of War.
Well, it says here that the U.S. and Russia, the Polypulse is saying the bilateral threat monitor is down. Ukraine and Russia is the same. Everything's down except China and Taiwan. That's up, but
Lights out on the West Coast. Deborah Clark said that the lights are out on the West Coast. There, look at there's Andrew. Is that true, Andrew? Are the lights out on the West Coast?
Nope.
Nope. Apparently not, or you wouldn't be here. Am I correct in assuming that?
Well, lights would be a lighting circuit, and that would be, no, they're not out.
Well, wait
I
a
left
second.
work early, and I had plenty of light.
Oh, hey, real quick. I'm sorry, Sav. I'm sorry, Andrew.
You're all right, man.
Sav, I found something. I found a Easter egg on that website on
what
Pizza.
web- Okay.
If you go to there's a little man face, like
Hang on,
where
let
it
me-
says cards map, and then it gives you the timeline view: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like it has that bar right up on the
All right,
right
hang on.
below where it's.
We're gonna bring it up. Just a second.
I'll show you something. I found an Easter egg. There's a game on here.
Okay. Oh no, come on, really?
Serious.
All right, so this little thing right here. Pat,
Click on it. It's a game.
Slice control. Okay, mission. As a Secretary Pete Hegseth, you must secure the incoming supply to maintain Pentagon readiness. Catch pizzas to gather intel and boost score. Avoid red missiles. They are Soviet sabotage. And do not drop pizzas. Missing a delivery lowers the DEFCON. Oh, fuck. What is this?
This is like Space Invaders.
Yeah,
it is. It's Pete Hegseth, Space Invaders. It's Pizza Invaders.
Okay.
All right. So
Well,
far,
from
we're doing
intel?
pretty good. There, I got missed by the missile.
All right. So.
Yes.
Who the fuck created this though? Like,
I have no idea. This is crazy. I'm gonna.
We
die.
don't-
Oh, they're gonna
now you're
kill me.
fucked.
Oh no, the big nuke's coming. There, I'm done.
Okay.
All right. So Jesus criminally return to command center. There we go.
Can you put your name like an old thing? Put
Yeah,
flower-
I always write ass. I always just put ass.
I found an Easter egg. Look at that.
So
Yeah.
something associated with what you titled this, the decline of Semitism. Well, they have to
Yes.
say, well, what is a Semite? And according to multiple
Shem
dictionaries, Cambridge, Webster, and all that kind of stuff, and people don't even know this. They think it's automatically associated with Jews. It's not. It
No,
has
I
to do
know
with
that.
the region of the world. I mean, I'm just saying it for educational purposes in case people are confused about it, like anyone in the audience. And I had to correct my class on that, by the way.
They're pretty educated in here.
Right, yeah, but so it's a member of any number of peoples of ancient southwestern Asia, including the Akkadians, the Phoenicians, Hebrews, and Arabs. Some part of that, a descendant of these peoples. Definition number 2. A member of a modern people speaking a Semitic language. It has nothing to do with being Jewish specific.
No, it doesn't.
They hijacked the term and they're using it to their advantage, like the dirty little fucking snakes they are.
Yep.
Not all of them, but
we got 200 viewers. You guys hit 202. We got to hit that fucking like button. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So Deborah sent me a link to this. It says hours away, U.S. to go dark. Americans told to get food, water, charge phones, and prepare. This thing was uploaded 4 hours ago. So let's see. Are they full of shit? Have you heard anything?
If America goes dark, what's going to happen is cell phones will mostly not work.
Yep.
So charging your cell phone, maybe it's a good idea in the event that it does come back online. Well, if you guys want me to explain the power grid and how that works, I will be happy to do so.
No, that's cool, man.
Okay, no.
I think I know they have the giant squirrel cage in the middle of the country.
It is.
Yeah, they got the squirrels
With
and
a
rabbits.
giant squirrel.
Yeah.
Well, ironically, the squirrel cage motors are the most common type of motors, AC induction motors that exist.
Squirrel cage fans is what.
Yeah,
what
it's a
it
real
used to be.
term.
Yeah, it's an inverted fan, so it doesn't blow down; it blows across. Little squirrel cage.
I used to have one in my swamp cooler on my house out in California.
It's a horizontal thing.
Americans may see their power turned off tomorrow, Wednesday, December 17, 2025. We're going to see what's going on here, guys. Once again, do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, Luis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. So it says here, hundreds of thousands of people are facing possible public safety power shut off on Wednesday as weather condition ideal for wildfire hit parts of Colorado. Once again, guys, we are definitely seeing a lot of when it comes to storm, floods, snow, wildfire, you name it. It's like this country is under judgment. It just is getting hit left and right. Hundreds of thousands of Americans could see their power turn off tomorrow.
So I guess that would be noon, probably Colorado time, which would be
It's 3 hours earlier. 2 hours earlier.
2 hours earlier than here.
us. Yeah. So,
it'd be
if
about
it's
2 o'clock
10:22 here, it's 8:22 there.
So they're going to be shutting it down to prevent that shit.
I was reading a big thing about Canada yesterday too. I saw a bunch of stuff in Canada is having all kinds of problems. Canadian Tire is having all kinds of business problems. There was some wood company that, because of the tariffs that Trump put on, they're now leaving and going to Utah. They're leaving Canada and coming to Utah.
Oh, shit.
And like Canada's having all kinds of problems. The other one was they're closing like 400 stores in Canada for Starbucks. And Starbucks is closing a bunch of stuff in Canada. So Canada is having issues big time.
Wow.
Canadian Tire is one of the biggest tire resellers, wholesalers, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, they're failing. They made no money, I think, a couple months in a row. So who knows what's going to happen. I'm sure they'll get bought up by some other company and they'll suddenly all of them, Oh, she's back at dotting her eye.
She's doing her eye. She finally realized to do it into the right corner of the eye.
Yeah.
So the reason I called it that, Andrew, because I keep hearing everybody saying anti-Semitism is on the rise. Anti-Semitism is on the rise. Well, that would mean that Semitism is on the decline, wouldn't it?
Basically, it's
That's
I
why
mean,
I
for
called
me,
it
I've never been an anti-Semite, but like if I were to say something like, "Oh, Israel attacked USS Liberty years ago,"
Yeah.
oh, all of a sudden, Derek, oh, you're an anti-Semite.
Oh,
Like,
you
no,
hate
I'm
Jews.
not.
No, I hate people that do sneaky shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like people that target women and children. You know, I don't give a shit if they're black, if they're Jewish, what the
Yeah.
hell they are. That's a reprehensible fucking person. You know,
All right.
but my main reason, and I'll go on record as saying, is that the largest cause of anti-Semitism is Jewish behavior. There it is in a nutshell.
I got a Jewish joke. I have a lot of them. But,
I do too.
We got to be careful. It is YouTube.
Yeah. Well, maybe I won't say it then.
Yeah, it probably won't be.
Okay.
I got one that's pretty good.
All right.
So there's this old Jewish guy in New York, and he won the lottery. And they come up to him, and the news was interviewing him, and they said, "So, Mr. Goldstein," they said, "what do you intend to do with the winnings from the lottery?" And he says, "The first thing I'm going to do is build a 50-foot bronze statue of Adolf Hitler." He said, "Why in the hell would you build a 50-foot bronze statue of Adolf Hitler? Didn't he try to exterminate your people?" He rolled up his sleeve and said, "Yes, but he gave me the winning number." No, he did not. Got a couple more joining us tonight. We got Lily. Hi, Lily. How are you tonight? I got Bugs back here. Let me see if Lily's got the sound. You got your sound and everything going, Lily?
She might be working on that.
Hello, Lily.
As she's doing that, I got just one. This one should be YouTube friendly.
Okay. So whatever you're doing, you're not doing it right, Lily. We don't have any sound with you. There you go. Bugs. We got Bugs on the line. What's up,
what's
Bugs?
up, guys? What's up, guys? I want to say that I fucking hate Israelis. The fucking place is disgusting.
Whoa, go easy.
Well, I mean, I would say that any apartheid state like that would be. When you have a certain
No, the reason why I say that is the way they try to like justify killing children and like guys and shit like that. It's just creepy to me.
Yeah, I understand that
Like,
they've
that's
had
why I
an
don't-
increase,
yeah.
an increased self-deletion rate amongst IDF soldiers since this thing began as well.
It's fucked up. It's messed up.
All right, my last joke, and then I'm gonna go AFK for a little bit.
All right.
I just got home from work, but after that, I'm gonna show you guys some space nonsense that I think is it's almost the retard cake of the year, almost.
Hitler
But
did nothing wrong.
all right, so a Catholic priest and a rabbi are walking together down the street, and they see a young boy in front of them, and the Catholic priest says, "Wow, look at that boy. We can fuck him." And then the rabbi says, "Yes, fuck him out of what?"
That's terrible. Okay, so a Zulu witch doctor, a priest, and a rabbi walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "What is this? Some kind of joke?"
It's evil. Charlie and I have always been very clear on our stance.
Yeah.
Israel, Jewish people. It's awful. Awful.
Look at
Anti-Semitism
that G
is
ring, y'all.
what healing factor comes out of hating Jewish people? What healing factor comes out of hating Christians? What
Hail
healing factor
Hitler.
comes out?
Hail Hitler. Hail Hitler. Hail
Hate
Hitler.
in general. Nothing. Nothing. Charlie always would say very clearly,
Oh, my
Jew hate was brain rot. He would always say it. We've been to Israel twice together.
Yeah.
And to be able to walk in the place where our Lord walked.
What Lord?
And see the Bible come to life in Technicolor. How could you hate that place?
Bugs got to go.
How could you hate The Jewish people.
Hell, Hitler.
On the next episode of Days of Our Lives.
Woo! I'm
Oh my
sorry.
goodness.
Jesus, Porter, relax, will you?
I'm sorry.
These people that are coming back here.
And like for me, like it's like I like as a Christian, I don't hate Jews, but like it's kind of like if I see a person like blow through a stop sign in their car, I'm gonna say, well, you blew through the stop sign.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me one thing or the other than just saying it for what it is.
How could you hate a country because no, wait a second.
Come on.
It wasn't Israel or none of that shit when any of this was going on, that you're talking about.
Right.
I mean, wow, come on. And it's like, come on, what is she actually going on about? She's, what really hurts me is when she said the assassination of my husband was very heavy, but what really upset me is when people don't like Israel. Like, what? Really? That's fucking retarded. What's up, Gully?
What's up, you nigger?
Yeah.
Time. Welcome to retard time.
Yeah, it is. It's retard time.
Oh, that was inappropriate.
Yeah, it
it's
was.
no ban for life kind of situation.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gone.
Oh my gosh.
I think any name you don't recognize, don't bother.
Yeah, I'm pretty much. That's why I got my little finger on the button right here as soon as they come on until I realize if they're doing anything stupid.
It's going to be the same.
And think about this. They took the time to set up an account, come on here just to do something stupid that's not going to have any consequence anyhow.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any consequence. It doesn't stop me. It doesn't get me in trouble with YouTube or any other thing like that. If I'd have let you stay on and continue and engaged with you and all that, no, that'd be a different story, but that's not going to happen, so.
And they just look that shit up on their phone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Right.
Shows you how stupid they are.
So we got somebody back here called 5A.
Okay.
5A. So 5A, turn on your camera because I'm going to have you do a series of things to make sure that you're an actual human being. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't
We've
do
got
that.
a protocol.
Right.
Sal's got that protocol.
So whenever you're ready, go ahead and turn on your camera, 5A, and I will have you do a series of little things that I'll
do the
make
hokey pokey.
Verify your realness.
Yep, verify you're a real person, not
do
that
the chicken dance.
Jackwagon that just wants to come on and be a jackwagon. What is this? It's an experiment that can show that shows how that they can induce learned helplessness in people. Learned helplessness.
What do I do? What do I do?
I don't know. This might be interesting.
These are anagrams. Just do the first one only. Go ahead and solve it. An anagram is rearrange the letters to form a word. Just one. Just rearrange those letters to form a word. When you're done, I need to see your hand raised.
Wow.
Keep your hands up, please. Just do number one. Don't go on. Don't go on. This isn't meant to be difficult. Okay, put your hands down. Let's just go to number two. Don't even worry about number one. Go to number two. Solve that one. Again, when you're done, I want to see your hands up. Everybody's hands down. We're going to go ahead and do number three. For number three, rearrange the letters, and as soon as you do, go ahead and put your hand up.
Listen to that background music.
They don't all have the same
Here's
word.
what you need to know. You were both given two different lists. This side of the room was given these three words. And left side of the room, here you go. They were given bat. What would the word be? The second one, they were given lemon. Brian, the word? Melon. They were easy. The trick here was both of you were given the third word, which was the same. The third word was cinerama, which was American. Your first two words on this side of my classroom were not solvable. They were impossible tasks. I'm sorry. I know, but here's what we did this for. I was able to induce something called learned helplessness in the left side of the room very easily within about 5 minutes. I want you to think about what happened to you, this left side of the room, when you saw the right side of the room raising their hands because they already had the task done. What happened to you during that time? Jory? You felt stupid? Okay.
I felt rushed.
Felt rushed? Joelle?
I was even more confused.
You're even more confused because they all got it and you were still struggling. Chelsea? Frustrated. What happened by the time you got to the third word? Because I'm here to tell you, this side of the room is not significantly more intelligent than this side of the room. That was a random assignment. So what happened to show the differences? Why did you have more of a difficult time with the third word, which was the exact same word? Brian?
My confidence was shot.
What you experienced was a term called learned helplessness. How many have heard of the term before? Let me see your hands. Learned helplessness is often used in the academic literature to mean what? Jordan?
Basically, they fail once or can't do something one time, and then they apply that to everything in the future.
I bet they don't do that anymore.
Shit.
No, I would have took it and I would have crumpled it into a piece of paper and threw it right in the trash barrel.
Right.
And I would
You
have
notice,
been like,
notice
"Screw
how
all
old
of
that
you."
video is, though, Saul. I guarantee you they don't teach classes like that anymore.
I
Well, I mean,
I
it's-
think that was probably a college sociology class.
Isn't it, sorry,
Right?
isn't it the old saying, at first you don't succeed, try again?
Yeah. I guarantee
W-
you everybody in that class now is a free thinker.
W.C. Fields said, first you don't succeed, try again, and then don't bother because there's no sense of being a fool about it.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was just awesome, man.
Cal, I hate you so much. You are a liar and a swindler who would do anything for money. And I'm here for tally, fat ass! I'm supposed to be allowed to finish, right? Is that right? The Jews have been persecuted across the earth for good reason, Cal. You're a race of beady-eyed thieves who always want... This is serious, you fucking asshole! I'm being serious, Cal! Hello?
Kyle, we have to let people be allowed to finish during interventions.
But he's just using his time on television to rant about...
Kyle, please! It is not your turn.
You are a race of beady-eyed thieves, Cal, who throughout the millennia have squirmed and worked your way into the dark cubbyholes of society.
You know what the
Where
most
exactly did the Jews
debilitating
first get their
thing is?
power, and how are they able to manipulate our minds today? Oh my God!
They don't get it.
If, in fact, the Jews truly are shapeshifters, and I believe I've presented enough evidence here to prove that they are, then we must unite as a species to fight them and stop their plan of global domination and the control of our freedom.
Amen, brother.
I forgot about that episode. He's got a stack of like 10,000 pages.
Only on Saw of Unchained Mind.
That was a good one.
Get well,
Made my night
Tally.
right there.
Get well soon, Tally.
What? Oh my God. Now he's going after the fucking handicapped? What? Hold up.
Who, Trump?
Yeah, just a second.
What?
I just saw where Trump signed an executive order for people who cannot take care of themselves to be institutionalized. The same thing was done back in the 30s in Europe. We all know by who. It's part of the playbook. That's who they started with. And then you know what happened after that. Kind of doing a little reverse here, starting with the immigrants first. Went after the homeless in D.C. And now he's going to go after the disabled. How do you not see this? Are you not aware of what happened in Europe in the 1930s? Is that what this is? Is it just ignorance? Is it lack of education? Is it lack of empathy? Is it you don't care? Well, guess what? ICE just got access to Medicaid records. Who uses Medicaid? The disabled. Wake up, people. You're on the wrong side of history if you're still supporting this. And one day we're all going to be disabled. Whether it's a car accident, a freak accident, an illness, or you just get old.
Dude's in there.
Get the fuck up.
What are you laughing about, bro?
I'm just elated about all these different topics that solve, man. I went to Walmart today, dude, and people wanted to eat each other. It was sad.
What at Walmart?
What? I mean, I was looking at interactions from other people just passing by, and brother, the division that this scroll up on Facebook and the news has just got people so divided, man. Just walk in Walmart and look. The next time y'all go into Walmart, and trust me, you're going to go, just look at other people's interactions with other people passing by. It is so debilitating. So I'm just trying to make sense out of it. It's just crazy. So.
Well,
anyway.
It's the same division as when the lockdowns happened. You know what I mean? Has like
That's exactly
a bunch
right.
of,
It's gotten that bad, y'all.
like there's a bunch of people who still haven't learned. There really is.
People in institutions isn't a new thing. They were doing that even all the way up into the 1970s and 1980s.
Yeah,
is when they stopped in the 80s, especially in Massachusetts. They had state hospitals all over Massachusetts in the 1980s. They just basically took everybody from the state hospitals and just dumped them into the inner city and said, okay, you're on your own. And that was it.
That's right.
Mike Dukakis did it in the 1980s. And then that's when the homeless population and crime and theft, property theft, car break-ins, murders, stabbings in the 1980s in Boston got huge when he just emptied all those, I mean, legit insane people, not just people with mental issues, but I mean like insane people, just emptied everybody out in the street. It was real bad. I threw a link on the side from the American Bar Association on the disability rights thing, executive order for you who want to read it, Soph.
Right, and it's not just the disabled, but it's also just the poor in general. Like with Trump, it's like he helped perpetuate the poor problem in the U.S. And now, instead of actually taking care of it, like any responsible leader would, he's blaming the poor.
Oh, I know, and not paying it. You know, we got the greatest economy ever.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, people are at the grocery store going, "What the fuck?" You know, looking at their bill every time, and it's just like, "Are you shitting me, man?"
Well, it's not cheaper. That's for sure.
No,
well, it's like
it's
poor
not.
people are a result of the problem, not the problem itself.
Right.
Exactly. I thought Kennedy was going to clean up all of our food.
Oh, that fucking idiot!
Is it? He's embroiled in problems too, isn't he? And they were saying a couple of days ago that he's in some kind of a love triangle or something. Kennedy kids. That doesn't surprise me because they were all friggin' womanizers and the whole family, everybody.
So it says here that Trump is going to be giving an address to the nation tomorrow night at 9 p.m. from the White House. I
Trust
wonder
the
what that'll
plan?
be about. Yeah, trust the
Green
plan.
light, red light.
Just get fucking control.
I think you should hire Richie from Boston.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go.
He can break a struck ball.
What is this? I've already given it. Yeah, this is some fucking bullshit. There's more. Oh, wow. Look at this church. Oh, I've seen this place, man. Nuremberg, St. Lorenz. Have you ever seen that? In Nuremberg, Germany?
Nuremberg has a giant racetrack.
Yes, I know. I went to a concert. I went to a concert there.
Do you remember what it was?
Huh?
Do you remember what it was?
It was called Rock 'em Ring, and it was like all these different bands. It was like 48 hours outside.
You remember what year?
84, I think.
I'm gonna look it up.
Rock 'em Ring. Let me see, probably.
Here, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find it in 1980.
Okay, so what? I mean, how did they? I mean, just look. What? Ah! Sorry, allow me to compose myself. But this has got to be some of the most impressive architecture ever. I've seen some impressive window frames, but this one takes the cake. And you want to tell me it was designed just to look good? Ah, hell no. No, this work of art must have served a purpose. The window frame seems to be based on a Semitic pattern. Was it literally manifested through sound vibration? Not to mention the intricacy witnessed beneath. Hammer and chisel, donkey and cart, my ass. Oh, by the way, this so-called medieval church is found in Nuremberg, Germany. Nuremberg's great, by the way, not too big, but full of old world, advanced-looking architecture. Look at these statues that look as if they've been 3D printed. Look at the size of those doors compared to an average-sized person. Now we're inside. One, because it's raining outside, and two, to see this window from the other side. You see that giant organ just behind, very conveniently located, with the sound vibrations being generated, projected through that window frame. And did this whole building serve as some sort of healing center, raising everyone's vibrations in and outside? As always, got the giant-sized ceilings, and that's the coolest chandelier I've ever seen. This church dates all the way back to 1250, being completed over 200 years later in 1477. Was it built faster than that with some sort of lost technology?
What the fuck? How'd they build that shit? Boy, I like what my lunch break's been finding out about these blueprints. There's no blueprints, there's no engineering, there's no indication who built this shit, nothing.
Yep.
Their whole stories.
Well, it really is all old world stuff.
It is.
Pre-flood.
So
it's all over the earth.
Flood, yeah,
those
man.
buildings are everywhere, or at least the ones that are still left.
What the fuck?
wow, it was Ozzy, Motley Crue, Triumph, Accept,
Yeah.
Rat, Night
Yeah.
Ranger, Quiet Riot,
I remember I woke up during Night Ranger.
Brian Adams, Gary Moore.
Yeah, I was passed out, man. And you know, it was like going forever and ever. And I woke up and I saw this little dude jumping around up there wearing yellow and shit. And I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, it's Night Ranger, kick ass. I was fucked up, boy. I'll tell you what. Who we got trying to get in here now? New Civil Coalition again.
Nope.
We've already got you on here. What's up?
He's probably locked up, so boot Porter out. And so boot out the one. Porter, can you hear me? Say something.
Porter.
He's doing like what do you call it was doing. His app's getting screwed up. Just boot him out and let him rejoin. He's got one stuck, that's why.
Here we go. We got a big fucking menorah in the White House now. Fucking bullshit, man.
I can't drive. It's Shabbos.
God. I mean, I've got small hat fatigue. I really do. Oh my God, is that really? This is Gary Busey. Oh my God. Is he homeless or something?
No, that's how he always looks.
No, I mean, look, I know, but look, this guy. Wow.
Hey, it's Gary Busey.
Butter
And
top.
I have got a great Christmas present for you. Listen to this. Ah! Ah! That's what a goose sounds like when they're flying. They let you know they're up there. Ah! Ah! You get a bunch of geese together. Ah, ah, ah. They're honking in the air.
Thanks, Gary.
Oh, that's interesting. He was actually the little patch he had on his jacket. That's what I did in the military. The CB.
CB.
Yep.
What in the fuck was up with that dude, man?
Yeah, no. What was that?
Yeah, he's fucking crazy. Like a good kind of crazy, I think.
Well, maybe. I just don't know where he was going with it. That's all.
He got into a motorcycle accident in the 80s and smashed his face. That's why his face is all weird. He ain't ever been right since. I think he like damaged his brain or something. He had all kinds of problems after
Well,
it.
he was in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas too, back when Johnny Depp was, at the end of the movie, and he plays the part of the Highway Patrol, and
He was Buddy Holly in the Buddy Holly story.
If you want to see more about Gary Busey, that's really freaking weird. That is when it was a Comedy Central series that people thought was going to go on for a while, but it was only one season. And there was this guy that was pretty much obsessed with Gary Busey and his comedy. And I think it's called like Living with Busey. Oh, no, sorry, Me and Busey. And then he eventually, the guy that had the idea to do it, he's like, yeah, fuck this. And he was like, Busey's way too crazy to continue.
Yeah, he's not right in the head.
Yeah, he wanted to get cryogenically frozen inside of his shed. And he's like, I'm going to fill this thing up, and you're going to turn on the button, and you're going to wake me up in a year.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's called Me and Busey. It's weird. Yeah, Comedy Central and the guy that started the idea, they shut that shit down pretty quick.
Listen to this shit.
And I will say, if you go back 10, 12, 15 years ago at the most, the strongest lobby in Washington was the Jewish lobby. It was Israel. That's no longer true. You have to be very careful. You have a Congress in particular, which is becoming anti-Semitic. You have AOC +3. You have those people, Ilhan Omar, she hates Jewish people. And you have to be very careful because there's been a big change. If you...
I don't like either one of them. Get them both out.
That sounds like good news to me.
Yeah, get them
right.
both out.
That's right.
Ilhan Omar can leave, and the Jewish, what do you call it? They see you later. Have a good one.
That's right.
Good luck on both of you. Why don't you just both go and work it out in the Middle East, and you can go and do it there. This isn't your playground.
Yeah, this is kind of bad.
All right.
I mean, really all you need to know about the Charlie Kirk situation is that TPUSA has been relentlessly claiming that he never changed his opinion on the Israel-Palestine issue. And it's quite clear, and there's a lot of evidence that he was seriously considering his affiliation.
Big shoulders.
You're live streaming the killing of Jews. Did somebody in the government say, stand down? That is a legitimate, non-conspiracy question. The whole country is the IDF. The whole country is.
Yeah.
But the fact is now Bibi and the Israeli hard-right government has a mandate. I gotta be careful the way I say this. They're going to try to ethnically cleanse Gaza. I mean, I don't use that term lightly, okay? They're talking about basically removing 2.5 million people from there, okay? And honestly, they have a mandate to go seek justice and revenge. They do.
Yeah, that's just like kind of dumb, and that's a really weird lie to be caught in. Anyways, this is my driver, and yeah, I don't trust Erica Kirk. I can see it in her eyes, and it's not a judgment thing. I just don't think we should be trusting her.
She looked about hateful as fuck when she was doing that town hall thing too, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the looks, the snide look she was giving the lady? She was giving some looks, man. That was like evil eye stuff.
So did you see the flipped off pose with her finger, the middle finger?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's just weird. That's just weird.
I don't know.
Oh, no. This says this is the one of the greatest commercials of all time. You ready?
Oh no.
There's a cry across the heartland, a yearning for the days gone by. And in little old Corden, Indiana, they're happy and they'll tell you why. They got butt drugs, they love butt drugs, butt drugs, butt drugs.
I love butt drugs.
I recommend butt drugs for everybody.
I can always count on butt drugs. When I think drugs, I think butt drugs.
For all my health needs, I turn to butt drugs.
You want hometown service, cheap hot coffee, and
Hell
liquor.
yeah.
Well, that's the ticket.
Hell
You
yeah.
can tell Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens exactly where to stick it. Butt drugs.
We love butt drugs.
Butt drugs won't let you down.
Free parking in the rear.
Free parking in the rear.
I love butt drugs.
What? That can't be real.
Is it real? Stop. Is that real, bro?
Yeah, I think it is, man.
It
I
is.
do too. I do too.
Every it used to be, not so much anymore, I don't think, but back in the day, on your local affiliate,
Yeah.
there would be like local advertisers that would, these people that would make like their own fucking commercials and shit.
Yeah.
which are usually the worst, but the most memorable.
But
And that's what you're after in advertising is memorable.
that's right.
Yeah, but it's like, you come in for your anal suppository. And,
Well, you ask
Yeah.
anybody.
Just
you
parking
ask-
in the rear.
You ask anybody from the Metro Detroit area. You ask anybody if they've ever heard of bond built construction, especially if they're like around my age, and they'll hit you right with it. This guy, he did his own commercial. He come out there and go, "Believe me, we do good work." That was it. That was it. Everybody remembered it though. That was the shit. We do good work. Okay, then. Well, I was hoping so.
that makes me think of all the military recruitment posters.
Oh, God.
It's
Man,
just
when I
straight
was
to the
at
point.
Fort Dix on a Sunday, I was on a cleaning detail in the barracks. And I had to go up in this closet. And there was like a little attic space up in this closet. And I opened it up, and up in there was this box with a bunch of old Vietnam era propaganda posters that went up in the barracks at the time, talking about how Charlie's always hiding in the bush, and fucking posters about punji sticks and all kinds of shit like that. Man, it was crazy. I was like, oh, wow. What is that noise coming on there? Why is my phone
Yeah,
making
but
all that noise?
the reason I was saying that with the military recruitment posters is it's short and simple, and it's straight to the point. Like Rosie the Riveter, and the one with Abraham Lincoln that's dressed up, as
Uncle Sam.
as Uncle Sam, yeah. But yeah, but
It's a
Butt
real
drug.
place. I put it in the back chat for you. That's
It is
their
an
official
actual real
website.
place.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
shit.
Go ahead and check it out. It's the very
Oh my
last
God,
link in
butt
private
drugs.
chat.
Butt drugs. Let's see who this is.
It's for real.
Oh, there it is. No shit. How do you know about that? Well, let me get out of this.
The things you learn here on Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind.
There it is. The actual butt drugs, pharmacy, soda fountain, memorabilia, online only option.
What the fuck is a soda fountain?
bro. That's awesome. Everything's elongated.
Look at there. You can get
Ugh,
like
that
a-
looks bad.
you can get a
Like
jukebox for only $1,017.50. Oh, these stools. These would be cool. $506 for these 3 matching stools.
Wow.
Wait
Those
a
are
second here.
Real retro. I like that retro shit, man. That's why I love going down Route 66, man.
That's
They
right.
got little diners that got all this shit in it, like the old timey stuff. Checkerboard floors and shit.
That's
That's
right.
on my to-do list.
Yeah.
Just to take it all the way from, I think it's Huntington Beach, and it goes all the way up to like Illinois or Indiana.
It'll go to Chicago.
Chicago, okay.
Go
That's
to
awesome.
Chicago, yeah.
That is awesome.
Now, why do I have this group? What is that all about? Why did this thing make me
No
have
telling what you saw.
close group tabs, delete group? There we go.
Fucking butt drugs.
Butt drugs. That's what we need.
That'll fix your L.
Oh, that's good.
But
That scarred me for life with humor.
So yeah, he put out a Truth Social. Says I think he's the only person that's on that. and somebody who reposted on Twitter. I think he's the only person. He's the only one I ever see anything from Truth Social on this whole thing. He said, "My fellow Americans, I will be giving an address to the nation tomorrow night, live from the White House at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you then. It has been a great year." And he got "seen" in quotes. "I look forward to seeing you then. It has been a great year for our country, and the best is yet to come." Is he going to try to give us a fucking pep talk or something, or what's up?
I don't know what he can pep.
Go out there and get 3 jobs.
Right?
Yeah, right. That's what they're wanting you to do.
That's
Pay
it.
more taxes.
Yeah. Breathe in work.
Breathe in less. You're causing global warming.
Yeah, right. Be scared of a virus.
No farting.
What is up with this guy? I'm going to show this, and then I'm going to have to cut it off because it's time for bed.
All right.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to the barbecue. All aboard! Yeah! Wingardium Fatiosa.
Wingardium Fatiosa.
Oh, mama.
The dog turned.
Ooh.
The dog.
Jackpot. No.
Oh my gosh. Did you see the dog look back at the owner?
I don't got it.
That's terrible, man.
The dog looked back at the owner's off. Like, is this real?
Well, that's very similar to what those guys, Impractical Jokers, they would just go out in public and do that kind of stuff. You just get reactions from random people in public.
Dog looked at her like she did it before.
Oh, there he is. Your
Oh,
on, but
oh,
your microphone isn't.
What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart.
That's my dookie.
Oh,
That's a
looks
doo-doo.
like a little teddy bear. Look at him.
Oh, it looks like a breed of doodle.
Yeah. Tell him,
Trying to get your attention.
Oh,
you,
goodness.
You tell him. You tell him, sweetie.
Oh, my word.
Oh.
What is
So
that?
guys, I'm going to have to shut her down. It's 3 hours here, and I'm ready
Good
to
to see you guys.
call it out. We'll be back again very soon.
See you in
Porter,
10 minutes for the next
Andrew.
4-hour show.
Yeah, right. Derek, D-Man.
Take care, guys. God bless.
Good
Hey,
to see you
Scott.
guys.
I got a
Mike.
feeling that someone is going to start a live stream again here pretty soon.
Hit that like button on your way out, guys. Everybody that's
Yeah.
going.
I
Awaken
appreciate
Nemesis,
this escape.
Godzilla, everybody that was here, thank you for showing up. And don't forget, like we always say, the Lord loves a working man. Don't never, ever, ever trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of him because he'll probably kill you. And if you heard the shot, it probably wasn't meant for you. We'll see you next time on Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind. Good night, everybody.